help us. Okay, so this is, like I said, this is awesome as well. So we're talking about education, right? And the thing is, the beautiful thing about virtual assisting is that you your portfolio will always be rich. But if you need to pivot, so you might want to keep a lot of your. I mean, Zoe is someone that is portfolio worthy. But like I said yesterday at the live event, pay attention to your numbers. She already has this vibe. I don't know how she's building, whether she's building. What's her follower count on Instagram? That might also give you an idea of the work to do. But you have to keep a record
Okay.
of all those things. So it means that you have snapped your before, right? Since this is your very first, you can't play with any part of your documentation. So already as we speak,
Yeah.
you might want to document this. Okay, yes, go
Sorry,
ahead. You're
yeah, I'm building my own personal brand too. I didn't mention that. So even before Zoe reached out to me, I've been building my own personal page on Instagram and Threads, and I started at 0 for my Instagram, and I'm at 97 at the moment. And on Threads, I started at 0 too, and I'm at 141 as at today. So
How
I
long? How
engage
long
on.
have you?
I
Okay, so
opened these
this
platforms on
result.
January, like, yeah, January last month.
Okay,
last
so
last month.
I will want to probably give you another cheat sheet, right? Don't stay and count your seasons while building the novel. That's exactly why you're in the bootcamp as well. So one
Okay.
thing you want to do is to leverage. Another thing is you're going to look into your circle of influence and find out how many people have gone far in building in these places so that you can join forces with them, collaborations. If they are doing their
Okay.
live event, how can you come in? So this is strategic positioning already. So now we would want you to pay attention to a particular arrowhead that you'd want to educate, in the sense that you can now tell somebody, okay, this is what I can bring to the table. I'm a virtual assistant, and I realize that a lot of persons are not pivoting properly into virtual assistant. These are the tools I can use. If you don't mind, I can come on your live event and show you how to do it. So you can now educate your
Mm. Has her screen is frozen, right?
Yes, it is.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay, so can anybody hear me? Because this is becoming, that means it's everywhere. What is
We
happening?
can
Oh,
hear you. I
We
oh,
can
can.
hear you.
okay.
Yeah, we can hear
Okay, so how many, I think this studio as well gets filled. Then that means this guys just did something recently, because we used this in our in bootcamp one, and we're about it something. So I don't know. It's now signaling that the studio is full. Oh, what do we do now? And God, I deserted my Zoom. I deserted my Zoom studio because of their rishi wahala. Jesus, I forgot I'm on live. Okay, I don't know what we're gonna do now. Please, maybe let me just leave it open. What do you guys think we should do? Just give me a
I think we should move
suggestion.
to Zoom. You should need to move to Zoom, and let's make it like so that because it's already past it's already past time, and it also seems like we're going to take a whole lot of time here, and I believe some people are just coming in from work, so we can do it. We can batch, do this thing. You understand? For today, we can work with 5 people or 6 people, and we move to Zoom. When somebody needs to talk, you unmute them, they come up and talk. And I think Zoom still has the you can record on Zoom, or we use Google Meet. Anyone that will just help us move faster, so that people don't get frustrated a little bit, because
Okay,
it's actually
awesome.
frustrating.
That would be so bad. And the people inside, what do I do now? Give me. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just send them the life on the other end. Let them just stay outside. If they need to come in, they can come in. What we'll do is, yes, so let me give me a moment. Oh, I actually forgot that, so that if they need to say anything, they can drop it on the live. The thing is that, oh Jesus, I actually, that means my expenses will now be multiplied in different places because Zoom is not funny. Also, what Zoom does, now it's not funny. What they do is that if you pay, oh Jesus, I'm saying this on a live. Maybe I should mute my mouth. My okay, if I mute it, even Lord of Jesus. Okay, because what they do as well is that will be me multiplying the expenses. Haven't paid already for this one. Okay, let me just tell them. Please join in here. So you have both keys. Okay, so give me a moment. I'll soon be ready. Okay, yes, I can see people already. A moment. Okay, now something. Okay, awesome. So let me also get this fixed. Everybody can hear me right now, Abby.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can hear
Yes, we
you.
can. Is her screen frozen again?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome. So thank you so much for that patience as well. So we're going to just yes, so someone was saying something just now. Who was I talking about? Okay, yes. So I was
You're
talking
talking.
about the fact that you can't you pivoting for a virtual assistant just simply means you meet a client that will literally give you, maybe might decide to pay you more, but then it's not scalable, except you have to pay attention. Like for me, I always tell everybody in the Phoenix Kids, you need to pay attention to the education side. For you to pivot, you must pay attention to education part of whatever you are doing. You just need to pay attention, else you won't. So that education that you're calling a side gig is actually your ability to communicate. So I saw the way you replied immediately and how you were super confident. That is a business on its own. So you might want to leverage on live events. Then you need to decide what you want to do as regards virtual assistant. Do you think you would want to have a crop of people whom you would want to work with in the long run? So all these things are possibly all the decisions you need to make within this week already, because you're already
Yeah,
setting the
sorry. I'm sorry for cutting you. I'm not saying I love to educate. Please don't get me wrong, but the way I'm doing it now, maybe I didn't communicate properly. The way I'm doing it now, that's not my purpose. So my purpose is actually impact in education. Does that make
I
sense?
see.
So yes, so what I'm doing now, my personal branding is actually education is the most like 80% of it, because everything I do on my Instagram, my threads, and my LinkedIn, I'm educating while also solving a problem. I also have a group of virtual growth assistants that I've created for new virtual assistants, where we hold each other's hands and accountable to each other on this journey on WhatsApp. I created that group. So my education is like 80% of of this journey. I just I think what I need is to I need proper guidance. Let me just put it like that. And we said yesterday on the live session with you, we pay for access to people who have been there, who have gone far, who can tell you that, okay, this is how you should do it, that you will get more results, or you will stay in one position for a long time, because no man is an island. I don't know if I'm getting. So please, I
Awesome.
love to educate. I love it. So yeah.
Okay, so awesome. So we already have tools for your pivoting. So that's already excellent. So we're going to work with what you have right now. So essentially now, pay attention to all your processes, document. So these are the things, points that I've probably aligned for you tonight is pay attention to your reviews. So you're going to take them as you go. Look forward to collaborations, because if you are going alone, that's the reason why at 1 month you're still where you are officially. I know that might look like a big number to you,
Go
but
to me.
I want
Yeah.
to, yeah, I would want to bust your bubble a bit, because if you work with people who have already gone far, maybe the good thing is that you're a virtual assistant as well. You're a virtual assistant, so it means that you can actually even talk to people about what you do. Even the Zoe, you can invite her on a talk on your talk shows if you decide to do anything like that, or plan a live event, so that you can also leverage her growth. But then I don't know what is your payment arrangement. It seems internship means what? Is it a paid internship or it's a
Yeah, so
free internship?
initially the post was me. I wanted to offer my service for free so that I can
Okay,
gain that experience. Do you
awesome.
understand? Yes, especially because
Mm,
I'm still new in the role, so I didn't even know it was going to be paid. So it's when I hopped on the call with her today, she told me that she doesn't do free internship. She puts her interns on a salary, like even like for your data and your time, you will get a pay. Do you understand? And she told me it's from 15,000. She will be paying at least for my data that I'm using to make those posts for her. She's going to pay for that. Yes.
Okay, well, it's not bad. It's actually very, very good. So it's a good thing. So that means it's literally almost free, but that means
Yes, it's
she,
almost free. Yes.
yes. So she's looking at a relationship. So you might need to leverage that as much as possible. So I told you that the first thing, so the third item on this list is please make sure that you ask her what excellence is to her, or what
Okay.
like being doing well at the job is to her. Clearly let her stipulate them in points if she can. If she can't, she should just send you a voice note so that you can have it as an alibi, right? And
Okay.
then you can refresh your mind. Maybe days where you're becoming exhausted, you might still want to remind yourself of why you started the journey. And like I said, for that kind of relationship, you might want to leverage on the relationship. If you already have a community of persons. I don't know, are you a gold member? Let me just find out now.
No, 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 I'm not. I'm
Okay,
not.
okay.
I
I just
actually wanted
wanted
to
you to.
volunteer. Yeah, I wanted to volunteer. That was why. Yeah.
Okay, okay, awesome. I would have told you. In fact, those guys in that group, they will turn the world for you. They will turn the world for you. I think I'm going to leave it there so that people who paid for the gold will not start looking at me with one eye. Okay, so, but then those guys in that group, I don't know, just trust God. The way you're sounding seems like a spiritual person. Trust God that
I
the
am
idea will
actually.
just
I am.
let it
I
just fall
am.
on you like ripe cherries. But you have your team. That's what I can tell you. Let me just stop there. Thank you very much for jumping on the call. Okay,
All
so
right.
I think I've seen Evangeline. I hope I'm pronouncing your name very well. And one
Evangeline.
season, yes, and one season I was calling my younger. That was my younger sister's name because we did a lot of cartoons when we were growing up. So I think um can I remember? Okay, yes, I think it's not Pocahontas. Okay, so there's a story of a young lady who probably when she was small, her parents like the palace caught fire and somehow she was lost, so she didn't know her people anymore. Then there was a guy who was in I think he's a sailor or something who found her. Somehow she found her way back to her roots, and they found out that she was a princess. Okay, what story is that?
I don't think I know it.
Okay. I'll come because that's the first time I heard the name. And since then that became my younger sister's name. So nice to meet you there. So I'm gonna go right straight in. Please, based on the assignment, just tell me what you were able to align. Are you already working towards it so that we know what we have on board? Then we move straight into we'll take a few,
Okay.
I think we'll take many. Go ahead, Damien.
All right. So, based on the assignment, I outlined my 10 strongest skills. So background. I'm a student of architecture, so I'm doing my master's degree, soon to finish. So my skills, good with. I'm a virtual assistant, by the way, but I haven't I haven't been able to get like hands-on experience because of my study, like masters. So my skills, I'm good with internet research, data entry, and for some soft skills, organization and attention to detail. I'm good with creating presentations, managing the client's calendar and inbox. I'm also good with scheduling and appointment setting. And I recently got a telemarketing gig where I got to make cold calls in January. So I'm waiting for my next gig on that. But yeah, I'm good in
Oh,
telemarketing, cold
okay.
calling.
What happened to that? Your tenure
Yeah,
was, is it per month?
no, not necessarily. The jobs come as gigs. So after I finished the last gig, I'm waiting for a next project.
A particular platform. What platform is that?
I work with, it's not a platform per se. It's like a team. I don't know if you know Ngozi Wanze. So yeah,
One day. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, just go ahead. Okay.
yeah. So I also I have skills in project management and transcribing. So I'm working towards getting certified in project management. There's this course I'm doing with Asana. I'm finished that in March. So yeah, that one is cooking. Yeah, so these are like my strongest 10 skills.
Okay,
And
so
for the persons, okay, go ahead.
no, 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 go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
for the persons that I know that excel in these skills that are called, there's Chinichurm, Rockstar VA. I'm sure you know her. Yeah, so I started my freelance journey with a course, with her course. Yes, that's how I started freelancing. So, and then there's Ngozi, like I mentioned as well. And there's this lady, we haven't connected, but I follow her on LinkedIn and stuff. Um, what's the word? Interact on her posts and stuff. Odosa, I can't really pronounce her surname. Let me know. So I don't have up to 10 people, but these few people,
Okay, so you're actually shooting yourself in the foot because part of your skills is research, and you don't have up to
yeah,
10 people. Hey, that's a good shot right there. Okay, okay, okay. So this is lovely. Another lovely
Oh
one.
my god.
Okay, so what year are you in your masters? Is this your final? Are you writing your projects?
yes,
What particular
final yes.
masters are you doing? What particular
Masters in
masters?
architecture.
Okay, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that architecture can be super busy, but have you thought of getting extra skills in graphic design rather than
Oh
being a
yes,
VA?
definitely. I have
You're doing
those,
that
but
already.
yes, I
O-
have skills because obviously architecture teaches you things like that. Graphic
Okay,
design, I use Photoshop, Illustrator, and the likes, but
awesome.
it's not something I really wanted to pursue. It was just like a hands-on skill. I used it to do, you know, graphic stuff, but not really as a service I'd like to provide to clients.
Okay, so the thing is this: when you want to work or serve anybody, like we used to say it all over and over again, right? Pay attention to your low hanging fruits. Every time you get an opportunity to serve, pay attention to your low hanging fruits. So it means that, do you know that there are lots of persons who are looking for people who will be VAs for them, but because those people don't have content writing and graphic design skills, they're literally struck out.
Yeah.
So it means that you need to pay attention to what makes you excellent. You're not just any virtual assistant. That means it's also going to tell how you can charge when you start charging, right? Of course, you
Okay.
we might not want to say that immediately, but just imagine. Now, this is me. What you do for me, right? Do you have a portfolio of all the graphics you've done so far? Even if you were doing it for yourself, like you were illustrating your structures as regards buildings and all that. Do you have a portfolio filled with that?
Well, not at the moment, but I can put that together.
Okay, so when can I expect that from you if you're going to do that?
Um, okay, today is Monday. It's 1 week too far.
It's too. I'm talking about money. You're saying 1 week, madam. This camp is 21 days. I'm talking about money. About 1 week. I even thought maybe you say
Okay,
in the next 5 hours that you just drop it in the group in the night.
okay. So let's do 24 hours so I
Okay,
don't
so
shoot
what you're
myself in the
going to
foot
also
again.
do is also come up with creative ideas of any flyer at all. Maybe just use the Phoenix Kids or anything. You can look
Yeah,
at
I've
our
done a few
events.
of those. Yes, I
Okay,
took a graphics design course as well some years back. So yes, I have a
my
few flyers.
goodness, my goodness. See how you're just leaving money. You're just leaving money, you're playing, you're just leaving money. Because, like I'll say again, for most challenge would maybe prepare you to get jobs. For me, I'm not, I like to see the fact that why don't we, because the truth is, eventually, what's more important is your portfolio. So, why don't we already start solving people's problems and then build portfolios on our way to those excellent jobs? Because by then, like I said, if you're facing a panel, nobody will ask you if you did it for free or not. You just
Mm-hmm.
present your portfolio filled with excellent
Yeah.
work, and everybody's like, okay, yes, please give her $1,000 per month. Is this okay? Are you sure we should take it up or should we take it down? So that's exactly what you should be paying attention to. And so that's why for my community, when we're talking about monetization, we're saying you can make money tomorrow like this from the
Yeah.
already low hanging fruits that you have. I don't want deferment because one of the things I've realized is this: once you can make money, once you have already started making money, it will be easier for you to make more money. So that's how it works, right? It will now be easier for you to step out when everybody knows that, oh, you actually do graphic design. It will be easier for an organization to reach out to you on LinkedIn and say, okay, would like you to work for us. What do you think about our pay? You can see that you already didn't even bother negotiating, but your work is already negotiating for you. Currently,
Yeah.
the graphic designer I work with in Phoenix Kids, eventually, I think he was a king of a town, I think in Anambra or so, eventually gave him a job. So he's now working for royalty, and you can imagine the money. So he barely even has more time like that. In fact, that was what happened to our last week's flyer. And because I'm not comfortable, I've just realized that most new persons, by the time they design what they want to design, my head used to turn because I will correct you, and I'm like, okay, guys, this is
Yeah.
it. But then, so imagine that you're already pushing your energy, still leave your VA, but then you might want to project graphic designing a little bit further,
Okay.
especially because you are busy. Architecture, again, your architectural background. So these are when you're coming up with stories, these are the things that should be coming up strongly towards you. People should know that you're very meticulous about dimensions, your the way you see lines. In fact, if you look at a flyer, you know where the errors are, what
Yeah.
fonts are for what. So classification of fonts, because these are the stories. Every story will be telling stories around branding. So another thing might be to pay. You look a bit stylish, so you might want to pay attention to personal branding. So you put personal branding, put graphic designing and virtual assisting. So you now have this trial, and in fact, literally, you can become a force on LinkedIn on that. And that's what, especially if you're a very stylish person. Most times, if you're into graphic design, personal branding, and you're not, I mean, a strategist and you're not stylish, you want money, you will be like this on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You want money because everybody will just be wondering which personal branding you're talking about because it's
Mhm.
still your style is also part of it. So
Yeah.
this might be a few things you need to pay attention to. And I love the 24 hours. I'm going to work with that. Evangeline said 24
All
hours.
right.
Okay, so I'm hoping that everybody, because we'll have our volunteer meeting tomorrow. So I'm hoping that somebody's already documenting this so that we know what to pursue people to collect from people from, because we don't play in this boot camp. It's not like other ones where they will gather you people will just be farming 21 people will just say, I'm glad to say that it was hell, but I'm out. It was hell, but you don't have money. Okay. So, so this is exactly what we're going to do for you. So I would want you to just sit down, like we did 4 courses in January on personal branding. So
Okay.
it might just be something that you might just want to pay attention on your own. You can check either YouTube or LinkedIn. You can just click on my events. You see those events
Okay.
and just hear people talk about, like, let people hear talk to you about personal branding. My renate, let it stay in you. So when everybody's saying authenticity, don't mind them. Okay. I used to tell everybody in my team, I used to tell everybody in my community, one thing again, the science people use to stay on top is to make people seem like something is difficult. So they discourage you, right? So that they make you
Yeah.
think that it's unachievable. For me, I will be busting. In fact, today I was just thinking about it. I was like, I just hope nobody will come after me because of the way I'm making these things super easy. I said, I better, my prayer life has to go up because I know how many people I'm annoying on this process. But then that's how people tend to maintain certain positions. You hear them when they want to have conversations, even in their posts, they'll make it seem like wherever they are is garrisoned, like nobody can come in there. And me, I'm telling you guys that we all just got here, right? So all you need to do is pay
Yeah.
attention, stay with it. If you can get this thing right in the next 3 days, because usually, even in biblical principles and everywhere, 3 days is all you need, and 3 days of total immersion. Some of you are not even asking yourself, how come I know all these things and I'm a medical doctor? Okay, that is a story for another day. But I'm trying to tell you guys how you can literally baptize yourself in something and become one with an idea, with an ideation. Yes, that's the word. And all of a sudden, literally, when you're woken up, you can just be talking and it will seem like, okay, this is something that you've known all your life. So yes, we would the telemarketing is good, but I would say that if you position yourself more as a personal brand strategist as well as a graphic designer, you can actually literally call the shots. So people can send you their flyers and their dates and tell you, you can give them an average. Who are these people trying to enter through backstage? They should come to the live now. Please, somebody should leave notes on the group and tell them that they should just click on the YouTube link. They should just look for the YouTube link. It's better there because all of them are trying to force themselves here, and they are shifting the, I don't know why it's affecting, but it's affecting me from here as well. It's moving it. Okay. So this is what I can say for you. So you might just consider those three strong. So I would want you to update, Madam Research. Okay, so you've made yourself permanent in my head. So update your research, update your persons. Of course, there are tools everywhere. Do you know what generation we're in? I mean,
Yeah.
you can even cough, and AI will say, okay, there are two different types of cough. This is a cough
Yeah.
that was from tension cough, type of tension cough. First 5 minutes is haha. So these are the things you need to do. Literally,
Yeah.
just put it, if you're not so busy, just put it in AI first and just hear it speak to you. There's still the side of AI where it will talk. So for me, I use that a lot. When I want to do total immersion, I make use of my speakers. I have speakers everywhere in my house. I used to sing a lot before now. I don't know. I'm still praying to God. Let that spirit come back on me because I don't know what I did. Okay, I think my passion I've deepened myself into somewhere else. So I'm still trying to find myself back. But I think that's what you need to do right now. You need total immersion, right? So thank God,
Okay.
architecture, I mean, architect students or architects, they love music. So what you might
Yeah.
want to do is go for podcasts around personal branding. Find people who are the top voices of personal branding. There are lots of them on LinkedIn. Just pay attention. Graphics, pay attention, and then start attempting crazy things. You can give yourself a what did they call it, an ultimatum of releasing one graphic design per day until your first
Okay.
client comes. One graphic design per day until your first client comes. And like I say, if you take this thing seriously, you might want to double the dose. If you take it more seriously, you might want to triple the dose. Before I used to
Yeah.
post once a day because I don't really have time. Now I don't have time now. So if you're talking about master, I'm also a master student. I'm a public health student as we speak. I also have practicum to do. So if you guys are seeing me here, you'll see me every Sunday. Well, at least I've shown you guys my twins before I came on to this live. I have prepared them everything. And mind you, I don't have a maid in my house. So when I see singles saying they don't have time, I used to fold my hand and say it's okay. Now it's getting a little more interesting. So and I've just finished all the so everything is essentially about planning. And before I came on this live, talk about washing plates, cleaning up the kids, freshening them up for the night, tucking them in. I did all that and still came back and met you guys by 6. And some people had not still posted for the day. I've posted twice today already. I have a third post for the night. If we finish this meeting before 10 o'clock, I'll still post it. Because me now, I don't care about algorithm again. My voice must be heard. But then, of course, like I said on Sunday, what you all do is before you post, engage. After you post, engage at least for 1 hour. Then if you want to get the full effect of what this boot camp can provide for you, in fact, a day, maybe one day, all of us will just try it. We'll just do a day's fast on LinkedIn. It means that we'll just stay there from morning to night. We'll just open shop. By the time you post the next day, if you see engagement, you will know that LinkedIn is biased. If you're engaging, if you're staying on their platform, because they know that other people will be on other platform. So you might be saying you're busy, but you're on YouTube laughing at Very Dark Man and what's his name? D1, and you're following up on all the stories, but you're busy. But then LinkedIn doesn't care. They want you to stay on their platform as well. And they are the most vindictive when it comes to that. So I think what's your word? TikTok doesn't mind. You can post and ghost on TikTok. Instagram, you can post and ghost. Facebook, you can post and ghost. But you see LinkedIn, they will not take it from you. So all those people that you're calling celebrity who are having 500 likes and comments with their maybe they are 2,000. So I'm saying it's possible to have that with your 2,000 followers. You can even have up to 1,000 engagements. But are you willing to stay on the platform? Are you willing to stay in the group of people? So now that's another thing about boot camps, right? If all of us are engaging and we're staying at the same time, that's why we're giving a posting time. It's going to further steer the algorithm in our direction. So please, for our post next, our post tomorrow, please make sure that you use the hashtag so that we can easily find you. So that's what the hashtag does. It helps you easily find people. Okay, so that's essentially what I was talking about. So we're gonna. So you told me 24 hours. Then let's see
Yeah.
how you're gonna do on those assignments, right? So we'll decide whether it's 3 times a day, 2 times a day, but find a way. I'll tell you. I'll tell you again. You have time. I'll tell you again. You have time. You have time. So the thing is more like it's more of an emotional availability. If you think you're busy, then you're busy. If you think you're not busy, you cannot even believe that even with my itineraries, I've told myself because I have songs. I mean, there was one point I have up to 200 songs. I just kept them. I'm just the guilt came freshly today because one of my friends whom we have been in the choir for a very long time just released one of our singles today. All of a sudden, I just started telling God, "Oh my God, is this how my life will be?" So I'm just telling you guys because you're still going to hear about me in that direction. So I'm even saying that I don't even have I can't think that I don't have time. The question is if I know how to do these skills. So the first thing I want you to do in this first 1 week, you're going to do all those posting daily, your portfolios and all that. Now, if people can trust you, in fact, you don't even have to know everything. We can build a. Are you in the gold? Are you a gold member? Let me keep quiet first.
No.
So, but then like this is the monies you need if you want to earn money this week. I will still say it. I hope everybody is listening to me. If you want to earn money this week, we can as well start earning money this week. But it's your positioning is primary. So I'm going to give you first of all this 24 hours. Then we see what you can do as regards posting. At least just make up your mind. I have the time. If I need to stretch my sleep, if I need to probably cut down on some relationship, it's a phase. I'll say it again. For me, I'm a very kind person, right? So when I started pushing for my LinkedIn, right, all every other person in my circle withdrew a bit from me. And guess what? I totally understand. Part of things I had to do was I had to start. So I started leveraging groups. So my family group, randomly like this, I can just call everybody in my house and they will all just come on board and we'll just talk, we'll just laugh. I do it to some purpose. But then for my church, I noticed that I'm not them, there's somehow a gap between me and them. I just realized that because they're not family, I cannot explain anything. But in my heart, all I have is purity. But then this phase is a tight phase. I cannot afford if I see Guys, if you can pivot now, you have all the time. So now I'm already working with volunteers. Now, very soon, I'm going to be employing officially. So it means that all the time I thought I did not have, I will now literally buy people's time to work with me. So the most important thing is what these principles is the same principle in the Bible. Okay, I've toiled all night. So a lot of us who came here is because you have been on LinkedIn, you've done engagements, no money came, right? And then now Jesus has come. Hallelujah. Now cast your
Hallelujah.
nest into the right side. And he did. And then guess what? When the fishes came, you need to call for help. So, but then if you don't do the first, this thing I've told you to do now, if you don't,
Yes.
um, at least it's very simple. I would still say it, learn to demystify things in your mind. Just do it. Just do it. So just throw the net. I will follow you up on how far that I can follow you up on. But as much as possible, please, for all those whom we've given assignments, put it out into the group there. Just let everybody know, drop it so that we can be accountable. By the end of this week, I would want to see how many people that are super active. Then I'll come up with your accountability list. Please, what I want everybody to do is when you are connecting with your accountability partner, please just take out time, even if it's once in a week and beyond now, right? Just talk with the person. Like if you have any form of pressure, just see it as a free consult that God has sent your way. Like I said, for our communities, we have a lot of excellent persons, a lot of excellent persons in our community. You might need to pay attention to that as well. Okay. So I think I've given you enough announcement assignment for the day. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing you shine. So please, please, that's why most times I use myself as an example so that we can demystify. Sometimes it might be that we're doing a lot and we're losing so much time. Now the thing is, if we don't blow, some of these people they will not even honor us. When somebody
Yeah.
else in your circle blows, all of a sudden you see them lying down before them, and you'll be saying, now we. But let me tell you, somebody might be telling you that it's not about the numbers. But if they see somebody with numbers, they're lying down. It's just the law of nature.
Yeah.
So I had to tell myself one thing. I have to get this thing right. I'm a humble person, but let me get it first. How you know when we know that you're humble is when you're able to replicate your wins over and over again. Now people can now say that okay. Now when you're already getting conceited, it will now be a test of your faith if truly you know what life is really about. Then you can that's when you can be proving a point to your friends who are probably saying, and this one because she started making money, she's already ditching us. Of course, time to time I'll say again, giving sets you apart. So I'll just go to the next person. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so I think Nolly, Mrs. Nolly, are you here? Can you hear me? So I'll just take you quickly since can you hear me?
Yes, I can. That's Chiloli.
Okay, Chiloli.
Nena, right?
Nena.
Yes.
Yes, Nena. Yes.
Nena.
I apologize. Thank you so
Okay.
much for that. Okay.
No problem. Good evening, ma. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Yeah, for me, I'm a medical practitioner, general medical practitioner for now, but bulk of my work is majorly on seeing patient consultation, but I've also worked with development sectors, with NGOs with regards to um, HIV, TB projects, as well as global health security as well. So for I've not been, will I say, visible on LinkedIn, though I joined LinkedIn long time ago, but I joined when I didn't even know what LinkedIn was all about. I just joined because people were joining. So I joined. I wasn't making use of it, to be sincere, until last year when I, by providence, came in contact with Dr. Azoka. So that was when I started late last year, making use of my LinkedIn. So I'm just trying to come on board, understand all the things in LinkedIn and all of that. So, but majorly from Dr. Azoka, I was able to learn medical writing, though with more emphasis on patient education. Is still a work in progress. So, but for my skills, like I wrote in the other platform that was shut down, I want to be sincere. I'm everywhere, but I'm nowhere, they say. I don't really know. I'm just being sincere. So I think I'm one of those people that need to be child like a baby to get to. But one thing I can promise you is that by God's grace, once I have that guidance, I'm going to move up faster. So, but I know just like I said, I have little knowledge on medical writing with emphasis on patient education. Same for project management, program implement. In the development sector, we do a lot of program implementation, planning, implementation, work plan development, and things like that. Data entry as well. So, but for capacity building, but is majorly on health issues like I said, HIV, tuberculosis, and other infectious diseases, including the mpox that is recently, um, in the air per se. But then the recently I had to, because I was trying to be visible but don't know how to do it.
Mm.
So I had to engage in trying to build my capacity on data analysis with that I'm trying to commence with Hagital Tech on data analytics. So
Okay.
all in the need to build myself and monetize my skills. So I have to say that I'm super excited because when I saw the program, the bootcamp program, I told myself this is what I've been looking for, and I pray that I'll be able to get it right and then roll from here. Thank you so much.
Okay. Awesome. Edikan. Edikan. I'm over. I'm over pronouncing well.
Oh my God.
Udoma. It's just sleeping now. It's my eye. Jesus.
I
Laura,
think
I'm
she's
not
frozen.
sleeping.
Wait. Is it my camera that is?
Can you hear me?
No, we see the same
Yeah,
thing.
Okay, wait. Are you guys seeing her
Can you
sleep?
hear me?
Yes, like okay, something is wrong
No,
with
no,
your
I wasn't
screen.
but it's
sleeping.
looking like even from my own end,
Yes,
it's looking like
it's
she's sleeping.
frozen. Yes, the
Yeah.
camera is frozen.
I don't think it's looking like
Yeah.
she slept at that point and then it froze. Okay. Okay, but so I just wanted to laugh. Okay. Okay, ma. So I think this is very beautiful. So right now, are you in the program so that we know how we can position you? Are you currently in the program in those projects right now?
No, not at all. We just because of the Trump will I say pronouncement, so everything is
My
on hold.
goodness. They just held
Mm.
everything at once across. What's the meaning of this?
Yes, yes. Like you said, so they are still working on trying to, I don't know, get things right. So right now it's on hold.
Okay, which particular project were you working with?
So, but is actually the one the last one I work with is COVID-19, but I worked with HIV TB project for years, like 4 5 years. So, but for last year we worked on COVID-19 and then routine immunization lately.
Okay, that's awesome. For me, what I'm seeing for you, because apparently it's like you like the projects for you to have gone done back to back of 5 years, and you're still fresh with that. But the thing is, if the whole Trump withdrawal will affect, are you looking at it probably affecting the out? That means now your idea would be a remote international job because
Yeah,
and by
yeah,
remote international job you'll be paying attention more around all those UK US because they might not partner with for now Nigerians directly or Africa directly. So it means that they would want to do most of these things themselves maybe, or well, the way Trump's positioning is more like he said he's going to what's the word he's going to do America for Americans, right? So it means that they
yeah,
might not even do
that
as
is true.
much giving of funds out. So have you ever considered that?
Definitely.
Okay, so you've considered that. So
Exactly.
but
So
this is
yes,
what I okay, go ahead, you wanted
yeah.
to say something.
No, I'm listening. No, I just said that I've considered that. So that's why I'm not looking. I'm just looking at remote jobs here. Yes, though I also consult. I do. I see patients, so that remote job will be something I want to venture into.
Okay, so you're looking, but when it comes to medicine, remote consulting, you cannot practice in another state if you're not board certified for that state. Let's say you get a job, because there are lots. Yeah, when it comes to international remote jobs for medicine, like medical doctors, there are a lot on LinkedIn. But the clause is always, are you board certified? And guess what? For the US, every state has their specific board certification. So you can't use the board certificate for, maybe let's say, a Kansas, or for, just name the cities that you know, Abe states, all of them, they are board specific. So now the thing is, okay, if that's the path you want to follow, or would you want to rather do UK, since already our system is a bit similar? But then where would you want to, how do you want to start your board certification journey? Then you know that of course money has to go down. But then the good thing is this: if you can cross, right? If you can cross, I mean, I'm talking about 220 something thousand K dollars, like dollars, 220 something thousand dollars per year. I've done all those studies before. I'm an Igbo woman, so I was able to go through all this before I decided that, okay, I need to pay attention to my low hanging fruits, right? But I'm just trying to tell you some of the things that are on my pipeline for the, what do they call it, for our niche as medical professionals. But then you can see that if we're talking about this might be a long time goal, except you don't want to practice. So if you want to practice, that means you're looking at practicing in Nigeria, looking at practicing
Mhm.
for maybe Africa, because but practicing remotely is not ideal. Hippocratic oath now, right? It might not be super ideal, except what's the word, you're board certified from wherever you want to practice with. Now this is another entrance. Okay, so I also did medical virtual assisting. But the thing with medical virtual assisting is this: you all of them now are becoming wiser, because they know how important patient life is. So they are already having their bodies. So maybe one of the things I'm going to do is, I will also help you. I might send you some links where you might need to. This is a long-term goal. I don't want anybody in this community waiting for any job. Okay. I don't want anybody in this community waiting for any job. That is a clause. So the medical virtual assistants, right? We can have it as a short-term goal, right? A short-term goal. You're in the gold, because something just came to my mind now for you. Let me write it before I
Yeah.
forget, because I don't want to say it here. You're in the gold class, right? You're in the gold class, yes.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay. So now let me say something to you about I will send you some of the links where you can just register with them and see. But most times, the medical virtual assistants now, they are becoming super competitive. They also want you to be board certified. But the only place where you can probably get a job without prejudice, but they'll be paying you penny and afro. So this is me going Ibotic again. And the penny
Yeah.
and afro is as low as, they can pay you $4 per hour, $5 per hour. Is on Upwork. But on Upwork, you use money to chase money, so you have to be patient, but you use money to chase money. But then once you have entered already, like you've been able to be interviewed, once you have entered, anybody who sees your dashboard reading that you've worked with someone can easily even just get you to work with them. So one of the things I would want to say is, for tonight, mommy, you're going to write a list of companies that you can work with virtually. So I would say now, for skill of medical consulting, you might just shift a bit, just shift it a bit. If you have those, if you're super ambitious, so you all you can just do is probably call in the US. If you have a friend or a family member in the US, guess what? If you're already boss certified in the US, it's going to be super easy for you to also, in fact, they will say, she's certified, she's boss certified in the US. UK people will say, just come. Dubai will say, just come. Okay, yes, you can do virtual consultations for us. But if you are not, the best you can do is virtual assisting. So what you want to do is to just document. First things first, we're going to ensure that you're following as many health groups on LinkedIn as possible. So you're going to document that. I'm hoping that everybody here also, based on your niche, so you should be writing that down as well. Based on your niche, just companies, companies names and groups, so that on your days, that's why I told you guys, if we do that LinkedIn fast, I mean that day that we're going to literally stay and we're ransacking everywhere, you just see that you just stumble on a job post. In fact, there's something called Boolean search as well. We will do all that as the course unfolds, where you can just search for companies that will, you just write hiring plus remote work plus, let's say, medical, or plus medical virtual assistant. You just see all the jobs that are within the first 3 hours will just jump on you like ripe cherries, and you might just apply, and then you'll be the first to probably get such opportunities. But like I said, this boot camp is not essentially just positioning you to get jobs. We're positioning you to give jobs, to make money from your skills. And so that the thing about any money is this, is that it improves your ability to converse, like your confidence, even at your interview right now. Like me now, you want to interview me. As you're opening, I will open my eye. I'll be looking at you, right? Because I don't know what is it money. I know exactly how to make money. So if I say that I'm going to sit down in front of you to probably interview me, I'm looking at, I mean, we're talking about 5 figures in dollars, we're looking at 4 figures in dollars, we're looking at 3 figures in dollars, maybe per hour or so. So that's why you need to step out. By the time people have bruised you, you've spoken every week, you're stretching. So for those people, for those people in the gold, you people, all of you must talk before this bootcamp ends, and you will talk. I will tell you people where you will talk, but you must talk. Whether it's my friend, so, but you all must talk. You have to get comfortable with speaking, because that is actually where the energy is, right? Okay, so we've said, are you still here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so now we've already gotten, so for medical consulting, you can leave it as a long-term goal, right? So then for
Yeah.
medical virtual assistant, just put it next. What are the tools you might want to get? Now, the good thing is already now, the one we can earn money with now is the one you've been trained for so far. One of the things I've noticed is that you can position yourself in two ways. Either it's thought leader for public health. Thank God you've already learned how to do medical writing, but I can still fine tune the medical writing for you, because I notice that our
Okay.
people most times they can be pretty choking when they want to converse. They are not conversing for ease. They just want to release all the energy of medical knowledge that they've had ever since they started practice, which is usually people don't take it so well, right? Okay, so essentially, I started out as a medical content writer. So I have, in fact, on my what did you call it, in my group, no, not in my group, in my on my profile, you might just want to go down and just look at how I converse. Like even when I was writing medical stuffs, my engagements were super good, and I had not even started my community then. So it's not more like people doing solidarity conversation. So what you would do is, um you need to start writing a lot around maybe your journey as a thought leader in public health. So paying attention to days, what days, the medical calendar generally. So I think last week, yes, was Cancer Day, and I literally wrote on cancer. Most people don't know that the word is in Hausa is called akwemai. So there's oil. So when I wrote that day, a lot of people were shocked. I didn't even stay to engage that post per se, and then I didn't do less than 100 engagements. Unlike what most people would think, that probably medicine can be super boring. They think medicine can be is usually super boring, so they can't communicate it well. So, mem, we're going to work on that. So we have for you, we said medical consulting long term. If you want to enter medical consulting, another place that is hot cake is psychiatry. You can make it long term, right? If you love counseling, you believe that you just love counseling, psychiatry is the easiest way for you to enter into practicing remotely in the US and everywhere in the world, because essentially psychiatric cases, you don't need to see the person. I mean, it's not something that can be bad. It's very hard to have what would they call it now, lawsuits and all that with psychiatry, because it's, I don't know, the symptoms cannot be modified, right? Except maybe it's extreme cases. Of course, if anybody has extreme psychiatric case, they will not want to be consulting over the internet. They would rather go for inpatients. So I like I said again, I'll summarize everything I've talked about you for. So I said thought leadership, you pay attention to thought leadership. You're going to pay attention to medical or health writing, and then you're going to also pay attention to what was the last thing I spoke about? Yes, medical consulting,
Mm,
but long term goal.
consulting.
Yes, but long term goal. Then essentially everything around you is how we can consistently. You're going to have to come up with all the stories of what you've done, all the projects you've done so far. You're going to bring them out. I'm talking about paying attention to your metrics, number of outreaches. If you had outreaches, how many thousand people were you able to see in a day? Those are the things that doctors are not saying, and sometimes I get worried, right? Because a lot of people pay attention to the metrics, so you need to start telling people your journey, right? You need to carry people through your journey in a story. So our post for tomorrow is allow me to introduce myself. So all of you are going to be introducing yourself based on what you do so far. So I'm saying this now because this is like an open conversation. You're going to look at what you've done so far with yourself, write down your metrics. Okay, like for me, every single time you guys come on the live, I've said it so much that it has become a part of my brain. But now I know that maybe at the end of this event or tomorrow, I have to sit down again to count the number of people who have ever attended my events, because I know that I need to be updated. You must be crazy about the numbers if you want to make money. Because the truth is, what people don't understand is people who have made money are the ones that people easily trust to make more money, because it's most times when you work with people, people want to just see ease all around you, and you want to, because you will learn. Like I said, in the last camp, and the last three camps that we've had so much, and the last two master classes we've had so far, we we grow every single time, because people also know that people grow. That's why they want to make sure that you have made all your mistakes with everybody that you are supposed to make mistake with. Don't bring your mistakes to my side. You understand? That's what everybody wants to know, and that's exactly what metrics does for you. It helps you tell people that okay, you have been consistently working for, and all of us will have to. So now I'm already gradually introducing the topic, so I'm going to be sandwiching it as I talk with you guys. So your brand story should span around that as well, your metrics, your results. And like scriptures will always talk about counting your blessings. And most believers think counting your blessings is only when you kneel down and you're saying thank you, Jesus, for this and this and that. No. Counting your blessings also includes you sitting down and telling yourself, okay, I was able to teach 10 people last 2 months. When I was a child, I taught like 5 persons. And okay. And I say it sometimes when people hear me, when I talk about counseling, coaching, as I say coaching, in fact, if I say 5 years, I might even be maybe trying to be more modest. But literally, all my siblings, including my elder ones and my younger ones, I taught all of them, because somehow I always have conversations in my mind. I don't know how it comes, but I can say that I'm a light. I'm a light. Like I always hear things that are not common to people. So that's this is already me telling you guys part of my brand story. So your hearts now, your eyes have popped open, and you're like, okay, this Vivian, she hears something. So it will now make you more biased into to my favor, and that's why you must tell your stories appropriately. Okay, ma. So I'm going to just give you a break on that so that you can breathe. I don't want to pour everything at you. I already have something that you do. Already, I have something that you will do this week, but let me just allow you to meditate on this one. So, when am I going to get the feedbacks on on your conclusion, like how you have decided to position yourself? Of course, you reintroduce. You have to write your reintroduction post. So, if you guys are anybody who is currently on this live and in house as well, who has not who has not done any of the assignments, please, you're going to have to help me, right? If you've not posted your day one post, please make sure you post it. And then if you're free, please, I'll beg you again, rather than pressing around, that's the word, around on YouTube, on Facebook and laughing, ha ha ha, and Instagram and all that, just stay on LinkedIn. I'll tell you again, hey, there's money on LinkedIn. In fact, every time you stay on, if you're on YouTube, better, because of course, eventually, if you're on YouTube and you're the one posting, better. But if you are consuming, you're losing time and you're losing money. So I'm saying it again so that all of you will be hearing. You just be hearing my voice as soon as you click very dark man's, what do they call it, profile, and you want to hear gist. You just be hearing me. You're losing money. You're losing money as you're doing that. You're losing money. right? So that's what I'm hoping that a lot of us. So it's better you stay on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is that LinkedIn's algorithm favors engagement. So once you are there, they are the ones. So sometimes you think that you post and people are seeing you and they are jealous, they don't want to comment. It's a lie. It's LinkedIn that is hiding people away from you, right? So even all those impressions, the fact that somebody just scrolled past your post, the person just scrolled past, the person probably didn't even know that you're there. That's what impressions can be. So the main showstoppers are engagement. Okay, so awesome. Well, I'm going to just take a moment. Let's see as how many more persons. Please leave on the chat if you know that you need clarity between today and tomorrow as regards what we're going to do. We'll see if we can. We'll schedule a. What I will do is for the sake of everyone, especially in the LinkedIn monetization, that's the Sapphire group and volunteers, we'll make sure that all of you are already set up on fire. You're already making money. Maybe we'll see how we can do it. Maybe we'll just do 3 days back to back. Then we'll release you guys. Then I'll face the gold members because the gold members, we have a lot. YouTube is a marathon and it's something you enjoy. Like I think I literally always post every day. Either I go on live. So as people have seen me, I'm looking hot like this. As soon as we finish this event, I will just go on live. I will just be looking. Anybody that enters, say, hey, how are you? Okay, I'm not about to share my secrets. Okay. So I think ma if you're are you okay for now? So at least you've gotten at least a little shifts, right? I don't want to give you all my
Yes.
ideas. The only good thing is that you actually are going through the path I've gone through, so it's going to be super easier. So yes, I told you I was going to give you some. I also said you should research companies. Yes, I remember saying that you research companies
Yes, you did.
and write them as a list. Go and follow them. Health writing companies, go and follow them. If people are, if some companies, from if I, hey God, if I had the time you had, I mean, down to my comments when I see every time I see a health care company write posts, I literally cringe. I cringe because this is my heartbeat. I literally cringe. So if I sit down, like that day that we're going to do that fast, what I'm going to do is this me telling you what I'm going to do? I'll sit down on those health companies and I'll say, wow, this is lovely. This write up is super engaging, but I think you would have done a little bit better if you and let this. I'll tell them what they're gonna do. Maybe you increase a little spacing, maybe one story per time. How about using a softer, um, non-medical words? By the time you do this to 20 companies, let's say maybe sometimes you just see some of this company page, you don't know whether it's a handler. That's why you don't have to enter their DMs all the time because maybe you're even sending DM and the DM you're sending is to the owner of the job in a sense that the person you sent the DLT is actually the person's job. So in your mind, okay, so in your mind, you're thinking that, okay, okay, so in your mind, you're thinking that, oh, you're actually giving the job, you're giving your job to your, you're trying to get a job from this person, but this handler is actually the owner of the. Okay, so Esther, if you need for those people who have done for today, Evangeline, who else, you if you decide, you can step down if you want to so that somebody can come up. I think Esther is saying that she needs clarity. So if you step down, you can go to the YouTube side of the event. Then Esther, click the what do they call it, click the backstage and come up in. Awesome, awesome. So click the backstage and come up in. Yes. So I hope to see you in the studio. I can see your conversation. Yes, and any other person, Neddy, I can see you as well. Awesome. So Neddy, the earlier you come up here, the better because I know that you're also another public health person. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that part of the things also is to pay attention to founders. So when you're writing your Boolean search for you, dear Mrs. Nina, what you're going to do is that you're going to write founders plus healthcare plus. So now you're not just interacting with the company pages, you're interacting with the founders because they are the ones that will be looking for help. They need a medical personnel, especially be specific. If you can even put United States, so you're putting it, you're also adding more context so that you get someone already. So if you can start practicing this from tomorrow, if you have the time, we can be gisting back and forth. Let's see what is going on. Because of course, please, if you see the one that is paying $10,000, I'm interested. And especially because you are now in that niche, you're going to make me turn my heart on that as well. So I am going to join you on this search as well. So that we can, and God knows I'm super busy. But then of course, thank God we have volunteers. If we get 10,000 naira job, my goodness, or everybody in our volunteers, they'll start medical writing because I'll make sure that they start writing. Okay, so that's awesome, ma. So that's what we need to do now. So founders plus healthcare plus you can write MPH anyone, but then founders plus healthcare. So you find all of them. Click on their follow buttons. Click on their follow buttons. Turn on your notifications for all of them. Then let's attack them. Then for the business side of it, I would just use something that you can do. That one has passed this module one, but I'll make sure that I tell you so that you can start making money as early as possible. But the thing about making money again is that you might be distracted. But so, like I said, balance. I'm already even casting myself because that's exactly what's happening to me now. Because I have lots of plans, especially for the healthcare as well. So I'm hoping that well, we can join forces. Let's see where that goes. We can join forces on that as well. And I think I can see Ned is also another person in that direction. Okay, so anybody, if you are done from up, you can join through. I left the key for the YouTube in the group, so you can join there. Like I said, if you notice, nuggets will just be dropping. It might just be something that you didn't even anticipate will come out for you. So please, it's not an excuse for you to live here, right? I'm the one who is staying here, so I don't mind. I'm the one who is saying, okay, yes. So Florence is here. Florence, you need any clarification? Okay, so I think I'll listen to Indica. I'll just say something. Who else is on stage? Let me see. Somebody's camera is not on. Okay. You've spoken now? Okay, Chinaza, Chinazom.
Yes, I've spoken.
Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome. Awesome. I love that. Okay. Florence, let me add you. Then who else is backstage that needs to speak now? Okay. Please leave a comment on the in chat, like the chat in the studio. There's a place to chat in the studio if you need any form of clarifications. Okay, so let's go. Indica. I'm sure that's your surname.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, crystal clear. Good evening from my end.
Okay. Okay, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ma'am. Thank
Good
you for
evening.
this great opportunity. I really, really appreciate it. So, I'm into real estate virtual assistant. I actually started virtual assistant, that was last year, December, with ALX. So, I completed that. At first, I started with administrative virtual assistant, but I wasn't just flowing with it. I had this passion for real estate and just basically helping clients, real estate investors or realtors just gain their grounds with administrative works and all those things, because the whole administrative thing is like I didn't really have a focus. I didn't really have who I wanted to work with, but I knew that I had this passion for real estate. So I just had to focus on that. Can you hear me?
Crystal clear. I can hear you. I'm just trying to reply people in the
Okay,
comments.
I wasn't hearing
I can hear.
anything.
No,
Okay,
I'm
I
fine.
wasn't hearing anything. So
Yes.
apart from the being a real estate virtual assistant, I am also a realtor. I also sell properties and help investors and first-time home buyers to also secure real estate investments with high ROI. So I also do that. So for the real estate virtual assistant, I'm focused on appointment schedule, email and inbox management, organization of contracts, paperwork, transaction, coordination, everything. I also handle customer support system for those people who don't have time to reply a lot of messages. I also handle
Right
that.
now.
Then I also do scheduling and calendar management for real estate investors who are very, very busy. Then I also do, okay, I mentioned customer relations. Yeah. Then for the real estate industry, the person that um looking up to is Ukeme Smart. I don't know if you know her,
Yes,
but
I
she's on
know.
LinkedIn. She's a realtor. Yeah, so I'm
Okay,
really, really
awesome.
looking up to her. Yes, for that. So
Okay, but
that's
you know that
just it.
now
I also
what
have
you
other skills. Okay,
okay,
sorry.
awesome. Go ahead. No, perfect. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay. I also have passion for videographer, videoing, that is using phone, mobile videoing editor, but not
Where are
really
you
the
where are
editing
you
part.
currently? Okay, but where
I'm
are
in
you
Akwa Ibom
currently?
State.
Oh,
I'm in my
okay.
room.
Okay. No, no,
Yes.
no. I was
Yeah.
asking because somebody in the community was looking for a videographer with phone, but in Abuja. So that's where the challenge is.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Just
I also have passion for using mobile phones to do my videos. That's why I recently got into UGC, that's user generated content, to help them
okay. So I
gain
think you
visibility.
okay, wait, say
Yes.
what you just said again because you froze from my end.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay. I said, can you hear me now?
crystal clear.
Okay. I said, apart from my real estate virtual assistance job, which I do, I also have passion for mobile videographer, just to video, but I can't really edit. I'm not good at that, but I'm still learning. So I recently started UGC, which is user generated content, where I tend to create content for brands just to increase their visibility. So that's what I do. And the platform
You have it. You
I
have
use
it.
I, I use
Go ahead, please.
Instagram and I use TikTok for that.
You
Those
have
two
it.
platforms is what I use to.
You have it. Share your handle
I
on
think
the
that
group.
that would
Let's
be
go and
all.
see what you're doing. You have it because now that's what a lot of people don't know, right? Even these people who are calling stars, right? They need us.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. They need us. Companies need you. And you know, if you're consistent and you're growing your skills, you're honing your editing skills, because that's one thing you have to do. You have to just learn it. Don't assume, right? Your videography skill has to be up notch. Well, we do video we will take the gold members are going to have videography classes. That's part of what they are going to do. That one is not entirely on me. I have to bring somebody in and I pay the person, so I can't just dabble with the numbers, right? But that is part of the things that the people in the gold get. If you need to get that, please do. Now this is what I would
All right.
want to tell everybody here, like everybody who has pushed further so far, anybody who is currently in the light need a system of operation that will also help you when you're positioning yourself, right? In as much as we are also preaching thought leadership, you if you hey god, all I need you to do is consistency. If you can stay true to this, I mean, extending your videography on literally, or what particular niche did you choose as regards, okay, how many have you done so far? Do you have a portfolio for that? I hope you do. Do you have a portfolio for all
Ye-
the videos you've done so far? What clients were
Yes,
you able to do for? Who were the people you were
I
doing
I
for?
don't really have a specific client. What I do is I just, like, if I have any product at all in the house, I just create a video with it and post it. Then I also post my lifestyle content. Maybe if I'm cooking, I post it as well, just to increase my engagements. Because it's not every
Awesome.
time I have the money to buy different products. So what I have is what I just post.
That's awesome. What you do is just send your link into the group. Let me see what you're doing so far. And then you know that
Okay.
you need editing as early as possible. In fact, I would want to say it now to everybody. The earlier you get your video game on, the better. Because this is our generation visibility. So if you have not been comfortable, if there's anything that is making you uncomfortable in front of the camera, you're literally going to sit down and bind and cast, right? At least you just have this 1 week to bind and cast. Okay, okay. So I'm thinking some people are trying to come in. Okay, is there anybody that I have done with that is here that might want to go to the YouTube back end so that more people can come in? So I'm noticing that
Yeah.
somebody is trying to come in. Okay, so anybody that can
Okay, let me go.
go to YouTube, yes, if
Yeah.
you're done, if you
Let
can
me
go to
go to YouTube so that others that haven't spoken can come in.
awesome, awesome. Thank you so
Okay, let
much.
me drop as well. Thank you.
No, I'm not done with you. We're talking. We're
Oh,
still
okay,
on
okay,
you.
okay.
We've not
All
even
right.
said anything. Oh. Hey, I've not even started with you. This is the point of it.
Okay.
Okay. So, like I said, the first thing is drop the link to your TikTok and let's all see. We'll even go and support you there. That's number one. Then number two is you have to make plans for camera appropriate or whatever it is. Of course, everybody knows that 1080p is it. Whether for if it's for a live, if you want to do lives, you have to get a webcam 1080p. But if you want
Yeah.
to do videography, your best bet now currently the kinds of videos that invoke is portrait, right? It's no longer this our wide one that is on lives. Is that slender
Yes,
one? Of
yes.
course, I can still set that here as well, but it's the slender one that works now for a lot. Okay, yes. See, now we're not looking very funny. Let me take it back home. Okay, because you guys had already positioned yourself. But then I would say it again. It's usually the slender ones, and those iPhones are perfect for it. So whether you need to budget for an iPhone, if you don't have anything less than 12 Pro Max, 13 Pro Max, the camera is already behind. So most of the resolutions, I think the best camera so far start, is still at that 13. I don't think they did any improvement for 14, 15 or 16. So just have it written down somewhere so that any money that comes, you know that it's not essentially for shawarma. Is that now it's
Yeah.
time to push back money into what you're supposed to, what will make more money for you. So you know that now videography classes are not an option for you. You literally have to sit
Yes.
down and learn it because the truth is your click rates, I'm sure you'll be looking at your analytics from back and behind as well. Your generally people trust people who have best cameras. They just feel like okay, you invest more. That's why you this thing means something to you. That's why you have a very good camera. So some people will say
Yeah.
4K, 8K, 16K. But like I said, what you have, I love your mindset already around it. Now for back to LinkedIn, now you have to choose. Are you positioning yourself as a realtor or a realtor virtual assistant? Or you want to do collabo? So let's get it straight now. Or you want to do collabo?
Okay, I would like to do collabo.
Okay, so that's number one because the truth is you need to be talking about real estate like something since you love it. People need to know the stories around your victories so far, how many deals you've been able to close. If you've only closed one deal, tell the story of how, I mean, it was just a DM. It was, in fact, from the most, or how I close. You can even write it how I close. Write the name of the money because I know real estate money is usually plenty. So if it's 300 million, my dear, put it there. How I close a 300 million naira deal as a virtual assistant. You can put it like that, so they will think it's your own. By the time you finish telling the story, if you if guys always try and go back to my older posts, you guys will know what is hook. Most people will say your hook is hooking. That's the kind of things that you
Yeah.
should be hearing because obviously 300 million naira is not yours, but it's going to give you people's attention. But then it also helps people know that okay, you can handle this amount of money in your cabal is nothing to you. And that's the beautiful thing about real estate. And I love the fact that you're going to do collab. This is why real estate oftentimes might not sell as often, but when it
Yeah.
hits, it hits. So that's where your financial management, which is part of our class one module, you need to pay attention. For those people who miss the life, just go and listen to his own. Essentially, like I said, these lives that we do are essentially practical, just to make sure that you have already decided, okay, what are your financial plans for this month? How much are you planning to earn? So, but for real estate, where we're going to put energy on as regards this what did they call it, as regards making monetization in the next 21 days, is that we're going to pay attention to your skill around community, right? Having people who are passionate about real estate, and then it might just start by telling your stories first of all. So let's say as many persons you're going to get, then as the modules grow, because I want to ensure that I follow modules so I don't miss anyone, we can now start talking about what you do. I already know what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take it to the bank and cash it, right? But then I would want you to already start telling. So when you're talking about your reach, allow me to introduce myself. You can as well just write how I. So if your own headline is your hook is very hot, generally on LinkedIn, people are biased to, this is my first ever post. So if you've not posted before, once you write my first ever post and your post has structure to show that somebody actually even helped you write it or has some form of
Yeah.
positioning, you see engagement. I mean, even from our last bootcamp, we had somebody who just by that statement, that person had 500 engagements, 500 likes and comments, and the person did not reply because the person was a medical doctor. The person just ran off to go and do something else. Immediately she posted. But because she followed the structure of what we gave, because we always give templates, right? You saw the one that already has been posted.
Yeah.
We just, everybody should pay attention on the
Yes.
thoughts, the flow of ideas right there, because it's going to help everybody who will be reading it. Okay. So where was I right now? I think we are, for your own, we have done. Okay, yes. So I said we're going to pay attention to to build momentum on LinkedIn. You're going to pay attention to your VA side, but for you to get people on board. So now, part of things I'm going to give you an assignment is to decide which of the communities you're going to build, whether it's community for
Okay.
virtual assisting or community for realtors, right? If you want to do well, you can't build a community for realtors right now because this is my ideation of my own challenge might be, how do you sieve out fakes? Okay, when somebody enters your community and say, I have 50 plot of land, I want to sell 50 plot of land, how are you going to decipher whether this person is a thief or not? And then maybe somebody say, I
Yeah.
met him on your platform, I transferred the money. You say, transfer how? Why are you telling me? So this is already be painting the future for you. So you might not lean towards building a community solely for re- real estate.
Realtors.
Yes, so
Yeah.
but you might do virtual assisting. So in your virtual assisting, you might leave, just all you have to do for virtual assisting is pay attention to all your skill sets. So that skill set that you listed, I didn't even ask you for them. You just list them like this. You find ways to, now this is the catch. When you're going to discuss, let's say, first of all, if you want to discuss, let's say, email management in a particular day, so your stories will be leaning towards real estate on the background, but email management, you're going to teach everybody essentially email management because all virtual assistants need email management. So if you're going to start a community in that direction, you're going to raise virtual assistants. So this is me also saying this. I'm hoping that other people that I have told that I probably didn't remind them of this should also pay attention. But how to go about it nitty gritty, it will be my gold members that I will teach them step by step of what to do. But at least I've given you a cheat sheet, right? So that you already know that, okay, this thing is hanging in your mind. That is where your money is. So let's see how, just probably just do some of these things that I've said so far so that I don't push so much on you. And I think this will be it for now. Awesome. Thank you so much
Okay.
for coming.
Thank
Okay.
you so
So
much, ma.
you're welcome. I really appreciate you. So me and Florence, go ahead. Who else? Please, if you're ready, just you how I know you're ready is by your camera. That's how we do it. Okay, so
Hello.
hello, I'm Miss Comfort. Good to see you. Yes, good to see you, Mama. How you doing, Mrs.
I'm
Florence?
fine. I'm sorry, I'm fine. I joined in late. I just came back, so I'm trying to tidy some work.
Work. I understand how
Yes.
busy you can get.
Yes. Okay. I don't know. I would just say that I'm multidimensional. Yes, I have so many skills and I'm multidimensional, multi-influential. So many things, ideas flow on my head. Now, the challenge why I joined this boot camp was to have clarity and to kind of focus my energy on what really matters. If you understand, that's because I do a lot of things that at times it's so overwhelming for me. So I just wanted to like leaning on where really matters and where I can monetize the skills that matter. That's why I really joined. That's my purpose for joining this boot camp. So my area of interest, I have 10 skills that I'm good at. I'm good at public speaking. Then I want to learn YouTube content creation. I'm also doing my business analysis. I'm about to take the certification exams. So also my coaching skills and my mentorship skills. Then project management, of course, that's my area of specialization. And then I want to ghostwriting, writing a lot behind the scene, ghostwriting. But basically, that's what I really want to do. And for public speaking, I'll be talking with the coaches Zoo to see if I can,
Awesome.
yeah, I've been having some kind of discussions to see if I
Have you
can
had the
attend
classes? Have you done
his
his
classes.
classes?
No, I'm about to do his classes for his premium, one of his classes. So,
Oh, okay.
yes, for YouTube content creation, of course, I'll work with Dr. Vivian for that. And for my business analysis, I enrolled for a business analysis school in the UK. So that I'm almost done with the course. So it's a professional course. And for my coaching skills, yeah, my coaching skill now, I'm a founder of the Purposeful Woman, and I have a
Mm.
network of women whereby I train them to rediscover their purpose. And this has been, in short, I'm trying to transition out of my career to do this full time. I think that's where I need a lot of kind of clarity more and positioning more because it's kind of clash into my professional work. So because my professional work is tasking, I do not devote more time to making that network grow as much as I want. So I just want something that I can monetize that side, then I'll now transition from my career into doing it full time because I feel that's where my core purpose is. So that's why I joined it.
Okay. So I'm going to quickly, in fact, my mouth is sharp because I'm very excited. I've been following you very closely. So when you said you wanted to come on board, I was like, finally, I'm going to fire you from left, right, and center. But then I love what you're doing in the purposeful um
Woman,
what's the name? Purposeful Women Network, right?
yes.
And the way we can get money from that place. The truth is, when you charge for purpose, lots of people, especially in the global south, don't pay, they don't honor the word purpose. So if you'd want international clients will jump in, right? But there's a model I'll give you that it will work. International clients, I can even give you what I've an idea that came to me for the Phoenix Kids. Maybe I'll use yours as a test kitchen, right? Because it's another phase for me. If you get it at once, then I know that. In fact, the next time you people see me, I'll be in the UK waving you. I'll be in Dubai eating sweet, right? Okay. It. A lot of people will not invest directly into the word purpose for some reason. They might not be doing anything with their life, right? They want something that is a hook. You know, the same way LinkedIn, nobody will read your whole post until you have a proper hook. That's the same way. And most people, purpose is not really a hook because sometimes they pay, except in well developed countries. So I'm not because we're on LinkedIn. This statement I'm saying it with a pinch of salt because LinkedIn is a global what do they call it community. So it means that if you play your card very well, I mean if you have good engagements like traffics to your posts weekly, because that means you need a virtual assistant
Yeah, kind of.
like yesterday. The word is yesterday, and a virtual assistant who will be committed to you as regards this the ideation
Yes,
of
yeah.
the purpose. Yes, so that even the person's thoughts, even the person's conversations in their writing will show that their heart is in the work. So
Yeah.
once you get that done and the person is willing, maybe let's hope that the virtual assistant is right here in this on this call. So that as the person is doing for his own, is doing for you. So if the person is online from morning to night, the person really knows that oh, the person is working, but is also working for himself, so that engagements are built. The person can put you on their platform, you on their platform, and all that. So building together, right? So now the good thing again that you have at your beck and call is already a community, but an inactive one. So if the virtual assistant can pay attention, who is somebody who generally can do community engagement, that means you would have scored two cards already. So the person is
Yeah.
handling your LinkedIn post, the person can handle a community and grow a community. Since you're in the gold team, I'm going
Plan.
to teach you everything you need to know to build a community. Give me 1 week, 1 week, 1 week. How many people do you have in your community? Because that's how me I used to get my metrics. So I would do my before and after.
Over
How many
100.
people do you have? You said?
I have over 100, 100 and I think 130.
Okay, so the people I worked with in my last master class, I had somebody who had 700 and something in a week of doing what I asked them to do. So don't form my hand. That's just the truth. But I understand how busy you are.
It's
Now you
honest.
have to work with a virtual you have to. You have to work with a virtual assistant like yesterday. So that's where we're going to start from.
Okay.
Then we can. So you get your virtual assistant right. Let the person add the person if the person is here. If somebody is interested in assisting, maybe you can talk whether you would start the person on
Yeah.
something or how far you would want to work with the person. Let the person indicate if you'd like to work with her. Please just indicate here so that we can give you can just quickly just go with her. Then you add
Okay.
the person to your group. Let you start all the work. I can even because the person has come up, I might how do I do it now? Because the earlier you start, what I want to do with your platform is what I didn't do when I started. Yes, I left lots of money on the table. And if you can start on with that momentum, already you having a structure. Once you work with
Yeah.
that community manager, the community manager should set up volunteers within the team that are willing to do things, right? If they can just do these things that I'm saying, I mean, it's going to be wildfire. But then what I'm going to do is what we're going to do now, where we monetize. So it means that already,
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
We can't hear you. No,
I can't hear. We can
no,
still hear
we
you.
can't hear you.
I think it's network. Actually, it's not your network. We
Okay, we
can't hear
can't
it.
hear you. Mm-mm.
What did you touch? You touched something, Dr. Vivian. I think it's a network.
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
Ah, no.
can you guys hear me now? I know I've touched something that is good. Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
we
Yes.
can hear you. Yes, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Hey, what is going on?
Sorry.
Sorry. 1 minute, please. My camera went off. Okay. Oh my goodness, I know what went wrong. Sorry, guys, give me a
Oh,
moment. I removed my
all right.
camera by mistake. I was
Okay.
supposed to remove the mic, the external mic. Can you hear me now?
Yes. We'll start
Yes.
with.
Yes, we
Okay, so
can hear you.
I wanted to start avoiding this my headset. That's why I because I feel like sometimes this make my hair when I get so engrossed in my conversation, my hair used to be somehow. Okay, so
Okay.
there was something I was saying. Can you remember? Hmm.
You were saying about volunteers. that will be
Yes,
in the
so
community.
the community manager will set up a volunteer. Then how we can monetize for you is based on your give me your soft skills again. You said business analysis. Business
Business
analysis is a
analysis
journey, is a
is a
long-term
job.
journey. Give me
Mhm.
another one that you
Um,
can.
public speaking.
Public speaking. One, top on the notch. That's the first. But you did that, Mr. Izu's class the last year now, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay, so madam, step out with it. We have this month is month of public speakers. So I will put you on the list. Just send me your details. I'll put you on the list of speakers for Sunday. I want to gather all 12 speakers for the month and bring out one flyer. Let me make I the rest. Then as we can bring out people who will speak at different times. So if you're ready for this week, if you're super busy, we can put you in the next week as well. Okay, so back to our conversation. Yes, back to our conversation.
Eh,
Um, so we have public speaking is top notch. That class you can take. Then which other? Give me five more skills. Let's go. Five more
Okay.
skills.
Ghostwriting skills. I
Ghostwriting
can write.
skills.
Yeah, I don't want, like, I write for people, but I wouldn't want to be like being. I'll just write there. You know, take your name and put your name to it,
Okay.
but I'll write down the thoughts.
You have a
Yes.
portfolio on that.
No, I'm just building one.
Okay. Have you done for anybody?
Yeah, there's family. I've done for my
It's not
best of
family.
my
Nobody will ask if it's family or not. You have a portfolio, okay? So it's
yes.
time you start talking about it. If you did like a 1,000 page write up for someone, this is how to quantify. You have to find ways to quantify it. If it's not up to 1,000 pages, let's even say that it's 5 pages. You can talk about the
Mm-hmm.
number of words
Words, okay.
just so that you are be very numeric metric. Like so, we're talking about two things now. We're going to be offering public speaking in your community. We're going to be offering ghostwriting in your community. Now, the beautiful thing about being a leader is that you can even have people in those communities who have
Mm.
stronger skills there. So one of the things you might want to do is schedule a meeting and just find out the people that are there. Just even if you have 10 people that can enter the meeting, you bring those 10 people on board and they can tell you literally what they can offer, and you're sure that they are strong enough. If they are not strong enough, they will pay for the public speaking classes and gain confidence, and they start teaching you, partner with them. You can literally have a whole school. I've just told you what Phoenix Gates is going to be doing soon. So you can race me out at it. I told you guys no gatekeeping. So I'm going to follow you up on at least the first phase of it. I've been able to paint a picture for you so that you know that if you don't do anything now you leave your money for table. It's not me. So
Exactly.
I've been able to, and do you know how much money God, in fact, as I'm telling you this and I'm feeling the power all over my body because I just gave out. I'm sure it's the angel that told me the secret that is angry now. So you better pay attention now. Because the thing is, the reason why I'm saying this is because I know that I'm also super busy, but the same um angels, right, that tell people things. I will say it again, I'm very spiritual. They will tell another person, and if you don't do it, that
Exactly.
person.
Implementation.
In fact,
Yeah.
some of them, you even see your name. A friend of mine, it happened to her in church, down
Mm.
to the name of her restaurant. Now,
Wow.
everywhere I turn, I'll just be seeing, and that name, it's only spirits that can give that kind of name. So if somebody still came up with it and boosted it,
Mm.
and is now their name, is their brand name, then you know that in my tribe they used to my mom used to say agua balagrika. It means that
Yeah.
that the snake
Great.
has
Yeah.
suddenly has
And
already so that
bush.
means the depth of deception. So it meant that you did not do what you're supposed to do when you needed to do it. So I think we've been able to clarify that. So Mama,
Okay.
I'll be looking
Okay.
forward to my feedbacks on your journey so far. So we've given you one already to quickly do so that we can all um okay. So let me answer. She writes digitals. That's Neddy. Neddy, please check if you can hear me. I'll still try to type it. Check your check the group. It's in the link is in the group. You'll see the key to the backstage. There are two links there. One, obviously, you see YouTube live on it. That's where you are. Then the second one you're going to see on the what did they call it? You're going to see. what's the word now? You're going to see. Oh Jesus, I don't used to sleep well again. Oh, men and brethren, people start playing for me. I used to now forget words, and I know it's for from over poor sleep. Okay, so you
Hi.
just check inside the group. You're going to see backstage. You see somewhere StreamYard in it, so you just come in from there. I hope you see that. Well, let me just still write the check group chat.
Okay, you talked about what are the YouTube content without.
No, no, that one is for gold members. We'll do all that. We'll have a class
Okay,
for that
okay,
for the video.
okay,
I still partner with an external videographer who comes to teach
okay. Oh,
everybody
okay.
in the camp. Yes, so we literally have a course on it. That one is usually very long, but then it's part of so that everybody can start immediately. So okay, oh,
Yeah.
you're asking for how videos can also be.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, your public speaking. By the time you start talking about public, so essentially now you might be talking about project management,
Yeah.
but move it a bit. So you might want to bring your public speaking coach up a little bit. Now, this because we're what you want to do is write founder, write your network, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know when it comes to your workplace, what do they have in mind about LinkedIn? Because I notice now
Okay.
most of the people I work with always complain about their work, that their workplace is not allowing them.
Yeah, so they are liberal, they're open-minded. I do my thing, but the problem was is that I was recently promoted as to head of organization, so I'm heading my organization now, and that comes a
Mhm.
lot of responsibility. So most times I liaise with maybe the board, and I travel, so that's why it's kind of hectic on my table now. That's why. So for LinkedIn, even the founder of my organization is on LinkedIn, and she doesn't she's open minded. I do my thing on LinkedIn, so she doesn't restrict me in doing my stuff.
Okay, but then if you're the head of your organization, you're supposed to have optimized your profile to that first off,
Yeah,
because I think it's going to also
yeah,
give her some form of safety that okay, this is the person she's working with. So you can just write founder of this, whether you put write this network. No, write her the head of this for this, founder of this. Already, it's already giving you that position of somebody who is leading, and that's why I want your organization to just go from just being purposeful, because purposeful can be super vague. So now part of the first things you're going to put on your class module, so public speaking, the first module, because it's something you do from your heart, can be finding purpose or finding your voice. So under finding your voice, you can now start discussing purpose and all that. You tell them all those things you know that we talked about. I think at one point we were supposed to talk about time, was it time management we were supposed to talk about? I can't remember again that you were I almost even brought wanted to bring you up, but you were super busy that week. So all those
yeah,
things
yeah. Time
you can now
management.
start, yeah, so you can put it as modules on that. So the thing is, what people don't know is that most of these things are interconnected, but they might not want to pay. If somebody else purpose finding purpose, I should come and pay money to find my purpose. I beg go leave me like that. Let me just be going from one place. Let me just be
That,
engaging on LinkedIn. Nothing can sign me. But that's where their money is literally going. So what you can do is to put it as part of the modules to enrich your coursework.
yeah.
Then, like I said, pay attention to. I will also, when we come to pricing and all that, we can also come up with something that can help us as regards. I would probably share with you some things
I
on
mean, my
what.
data has finished. Open. Do you have?
Okay, who is that? Who is that? Okay, is it Miss? Okay, awesome. Please, I'll attend to you immediately. So I think, Mama, this is okay for now. Let me not
Okay,
bombard
no
you too
problem.
much. Okay,
All right, no
awesome.
problem. Thank you so much.
Okay, awesome. You're welcome. Okay, so then, ma'am, you can just go ahead, Miss Blessing. I hope I got your name correctly. Yes.
Okay. Good
Miss.
evening. I'm so sorry about that interruption. My data
Oh
was
no.
almost out, so
Oh
I
no. Please go
was
ahead.
asking for data. Sorry, please.
No, no, no. Okay, I thought you were talking about in-house. Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
Okay. No. 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 Okay.
Okay.
First of all, I want to say thank you for this opportunity. I'm a first timer here. I'm a newbie, and why I joined this group, I would say basically is because I want to find direction. Just like she said, and I think other people have said that. Some few people said that, like I do a lot of things, I'm here, I'm learning this, I'm acquiring this skill. But at the end of the day, I'm not really like, the truth is that we all want money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
now all these things I'm acquiring, I'm not really seeing a place to utilize my skill. As it stands now, I'm looking for a place where I'll have a hands-on experience, not just what I've learned based on attending classes and all of that. So basically, that's the thing that brought me to your group, to your page, and I said, let me register with this class and see how I can grow from here. So that's it basically.
Okay, awesome. So just give me your like school, what you have done so far. Just give me so that we can see if we can find something from your low hanging fruits, and then we can just build another idea that it will now be an assignment. So give you the 24 hours one, then the 3 days one, and then we'll build from there.
Okay, I'm a graduate of economics.
Awesome.
And yes, I'm finishing school. I would say I didn't really have much work experience because I got married, I relocated, so coming to a new environment, like I've not really gotten a, let's say, a career path. So but what I do basically is business. I do buying and selling. Yeah, so I would say I'm good at customer service. Yes, and the few times I've worked, at least I did data entry jobs. Yes. So
Okay, but the
that's
data
it.
entry job, what platform did you get the opportunity from?
Okay, so it's a financial institution. Yeah, so
Was
we
it through
did.
via LinkedIn or what?
Okay,
From
no,
the
no, no, no,
classes?
no, no. It was outside the social media.
Okay, okay. So it was a
Yeah.
direct, you got a direct job.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that's awesome. That means okay, you're completely fresh. Economics. Are you interested in finance? Do you have you really thought about money as in the concept money itself in the sense of since you read it, for me I always would like to if we can pick something from your background, but if we can't we can just focus on the buying and selling because my dear that's where the money is, oh. Provided you can relate with people already, you already have, it means that of course when it comes to speaking in the public and all that you would have figured it, you would have gone through pressure. I did a whole lot of buying and in fact I've been selling. I was born on my mom's way to go and shop. I mean, that's how bad it was. Like literally 9 months, and she's still transporting herself to go and do business and all that. So I'm from a business, a trading family. So I know that those skills are super transferable. So it's not even a time to probably focus so much on the fact that you're a newbie. The thing is, can we just start doing something from now? So now, based on your background, do you think there's anything you can import based on all the classes you took? There was something that was interesting. If it's not, we'll just do moving on. So is
Okay.
anyone
I Yes, I enjoy the customer service, like the customer service aspect, and I love doing research a lot. Like I can be on my phone reading stuffs. Though I would say I don't really have much people I follow, but I just do research on general knowledge, and I'm good at Microsoft Word, what they call it, Google Form, Google Sheets, and all of that. Yes.
okay?
So
So I
I don't
think you would be very. What do you think about community management? Because, like I said, I'm going to literally tell you everything you will do if you would work with Florence. Because I'm looking also, like I said, I'm looking at monetization as well. So I don't know whatever consensus both of you can come together with, but I'm going to essentially tell you everything you need to do for her. And what I was
Okay.
looking for is that somebody who will be in house already so that she doesn't have to work with somebody else. Florence, if you're still on the call, what do you think? So that we can already just start your own, you start your own work and you start pushing immediately, right? You can send me messages for I can, if she's comfortable with you, maybe you both can meet one on one, right?
Okay.
If she's
Okay.
comfortable with you, I can tell you everything you can do for her. So
Okay.
part of our content also is to we're going to do a class on content writing. We still have somebody who is very excellent here who writes as well. So I'm going to have her
Okay.
bring her thoughts. That's Esther. She's going to bring her thoughts on the topic. I already have prepared my slides. So we'll do all that. If she hands over, like if you have time to probably engage on what you can just yes, so we'll stay with virtual assisting content writing should be your strengths. Then we stay with
Okay.
community management. Community management is like the easiest, but you have to be someone who can on alarms for different things. Okay, so if she gives you an itinerary of what you're supposed to do, which I'm going to work with her on, I can give them to you as well. You just turn on your
Okay.
alarms. Okay, things you're going to do. Remind this person. If you can set up that team for her as well. So you set up the team with the volunteers. If you need to have meetings too, so you essentially will manage in her stead. You already heard that she was promoted. Me, I'm hoping that I'm going to get my
Yes.
contract because she stays with me here. Oh. Florence, I hope you're hearing me. I'm looking for contracts in that your organization, and it's a very good one. So let's see how we can work with that. Both of you can meet up. So maybe just write in the group, "Hi, Florence.
Okay.
I Yes, you can just write in the group. So already virtual assisting, then we can put community management, and you said some of your skills. Do you know a lot? Do you know much around email management?
Yes, I do. I do.
Awesome.
Calendaring. Yes, I do.
All those things, list them now. That's the 10 skills I was asking you to list, but because you joined super late, I understand you joined on Sunday,
Yes.
so I
Yeah.
totally can give you the room. But please just do those things this night. Write all of them. If
Okay.
you have hard
Okay.
portfolios, because you're a business person, you would have done most of these things for yourself. That's the beauty. So you can just write
Mm.
down your metrics, how you were able to improve this to this to this, and all that, and then let's see where
Okay.
that will go. Then I would
Okay.
work with you for something else. So as your building has, we'll also plan to start building yours, so that as you grow, she grows, both of you can contribute, and then maybe you can negotiate if you need to work with somebody else for something higher. By then already you set up the team for her. You can hand over properly, right? Or why you
Mm.
can also use some of these skills for your own business as well, so that when you
Yeah.
want to hand over, you see that your business will definitely do much more better. So I think for now your own is super easy. So, but then just do those two assignments 10 skills,
10
10,
skills.
10, find 10 people. Thank God you research already. They're everywhere. So
Mm.
pay attention to virtual assisting. Then create a portfolios of the things you can do. Part of the things I might want you to do for your videos, your YouTube, you can start creating. This is how to set up an email. You can do a video explaining how to
I
do
don't have a
email.
YouTube account.
You will open it now as it dey hot. So you just go to your Gmail. Just write youtube.com. Once you write www.youtube.com, you see open to your Gmail. They'll ask you to open to your Gmail. Once you open to your Gmail, you see create a channel. Once you click on create a channel,
Mm.
boom, wham, that is all. So today I'm becoming a boutique. I don't know what's going on. But yes, once you just click on create a channel, once it's created, you write the name, you customize it, you find all your we'll do that. We'll do that as a topic
Okay. Okay.
for you for the gold members. So there's no problem.
How
Okay.
do I become a gold member? Sorry. Sorry, coach.
You paid for it. I saw the money you paid.
Okay. Okay. I thought there's a separate group for that.
No, there isn't. Okay, yes, I've not
Oh,
added you to the gold group. It's true. Because you just paid.
okay.
You paid on
Yes.
Sunday. That's yesterday.
Yesterday
Yes, I've not
night.
added.
Mm.
I'll add you so that every
Okay.
information you need to get you come there. Okay.
Okay.
So you're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. So
Thank you.
please start your assignments. Which one am I going to get in 24 hours so that and please, we're going to be accountable to all of us. While we are creating those lists, please again, part of the
Mm.
things I would also want to say is please let's avoid dropping on the group with the links when everything once you copy your link from your post from LinkedIn, everything after the question mark you delete
Should
it.
be
Everything
deleted.
after the question mark delete it, else you are you are making I don't know how to say it. They will track us if they notice that a traffic of persons are coming from a particular place. They can shadow ban you, but you know that all of us
Oh.
yes, our
Oh.
goal is actually to support ourselves. So I'm saying this now because I noticed that literally almost everybody today
We do that.
made that
Mm.
same mistake. So once you copy, you put it somewhere in your notes, remove the what did you, or you can even put it on no, you can put it somewhere in your notes, remove the question mark, then copy it and now add it to the number on the list. Okay. So
Okay.
the assignment I gave to everybody was I said we should all have our LinkedIn profile link. LinkedIn profile link, all of them aligned for me. So I'm supposed to have 37 names so that I can share them to the main group. Let everybody just follow all of you. Now, the reason why I always ask for this link is that for me, how I curate my what do they call it? my boot camp is that we create it in such a way that you are not dependent on us, right? We'll teach you everything you need
Okay.
to know so that at the end of these 21 days, if you want to come back, we know that you're just farms in, right? Or maybe you just want to meet new sets of person. But everybody that came here with you, so these 30 something people will always be in your life. That's how we do it, always. So
Mm.
for those who did gold, they usually the link will take you to where older members. So those people, where that first place you entered, where is a place where the last group members were, the people who have passed through the camp. That's where
Okay.
they were. So
Okay.
it makes you automatically part of our speaker pool. We easily just speak you from there and tell you to speak on anything because we have prepared you like for all that. If you do your YouTube back to back, we will not have challenges with what's the word there? Yes, if you do your YouTube back to back, you would definitely be comfortable to say anything. Like me, when I used to when I started this my camp, I literally would be dependent on a lot of recent materials. But now my thoughts, they are over arranged. In
Mm.
fact, OCD in my mind right now because I literally have a flow of many things happening, right? So that's one of the things we want to make sure you do. When you serve people more,
Okay.
it's going to help you offhand, like you're able to release your knowledge. So I've, I think we've done so far. I've given you, like, we've been able to work on an identity. Don't be in a hurry to niche down yet, especially because you're just starting out. So virtual assistant is virtual assistant. So what you do is you be arming yourself with the skills you can do so far, and then we can build
Okay.
around that. So the thing is, for the job, you can just get the job immediately with Florence. Then I'll walk you through how you can do the business side. Already you're a business person, so I don't think it will be hard for me.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, so who else? Esther, please. I am. You can talk. I'm hearing you. Is there any other person? Somebody said things I'm comfortable with serve the world. Okay, parenting, childhood,
Okay, can you hear me?
yes, crystal clear. Okay, okay, Prudence, you're here, right? Okay, yes. Okay, I think I can see her. Let me add down siege. Awesome. Okay, so yes, I can hear you. Um, Esther, please go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Good evening, Dr. V.
Good evening.
So nice to be here again. So
Awesome.
the
Yes.
no live event today.
Mm.
So the major reason why I actually joined the challenge again, even though I was holding back because of the whole NYSA stuff and now. But it looks like we are not going anytime soon. We'll be going in April, I think. So I have
See,
enough time to do.
sorry, let me cut your thoughts in. You know, but if you pay attention in this camp, if you pay attention in this camp, you're going to give me tight when you go to the camp. Because sincerely, I'll tell you everything you need to do. And by the time you'll be making the money, you're going to send me tight on the money. Because if you make 2 million naira, shall collect my 200,000 naira. Okay. So let's go ahead and speak because there's so much opportunity there, especially as soon as if I can position you well to pay attention now, as soon as you're entering the camp, you already be pressing some buttons. You see that teaching at the side, all those people that are coming to teach you, position yourself properly already because that's one thing I'll look out for you. Don't let camp pass through you. Don't go and be all those people that will sit down one place and be gisting. You just be telling yourself money is on the table. As you're entering that gate, the military man is saying, hey, move to this side. They say money is on the table. That's what should be on your mind. Because that's what we're going to do. Okay, so go ahead. I'm hearing you.
And so while we were on the live the other day and you mentioned that I should stop boxing myself because I really focus on web and blog writing because that's what I do most of the time. But I realized that social media content writing too is part. But I also do I do YouTube script writing too.
Awesome. Awesome.
So I don't know. I really don't know how to position myself in that direction because when Mrs. Olawumi was when she spoke on
On
the reason why I
Saturday.
didn't actually reach out, so I was not sure because I don't think I have any portfolio in that direction. Maybe apart from my LinkedIn account on its own. So I know I'm very good with writing and all with research and every other thing.
Okay. So
So
that is
that's
enough portfolio. Like I told you, one of the things I will tell you, I say again, is that if you're counting the number of posts is too small, you count words. So I've been able to write stories like me when I told you guys I'm a medical writer. That is a passion. Medicine is my passion, but I came from a bloodline of business people, so money already entered my head. So I can't. I exactly this is me not leaving money on the table, right? So, but then if I'm going to write for medical writing, which I've done countless of times, like I've worked with someone from Puerto Rico, I've worked with a US person, right, on an AI something something something. When I start, in fact, it was the day the season I decided to start freelance. I started with 5 jobs. So I don't know. I'm just hoping that everybody is here so that you not be giving yourself this newbie vibe. You just need a lion heart. That's the first place you need to be. You need to have a lion heart first. So that's the same thing we're talking about that on Sunday. Even though Sunday was talking about essentially financial mindset, but now this is me saying that okay, the global mindset is also a heart that is filled with courage. Because guess what? You're writing. You've been writing. So what you do is that you're going to count your posts. I think the thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask her if she has gotten somebody on board because I will just introduce her directly. I even have somebody's like I told you. I think I saw you came in late today, but I have someone's. That was supposed to be my evening post for today. I have someone's. I don't know. Would I say rejoicing or feedback already? Somebody already got the job between last week and this week, of from a US company. I was just telling myself, maybe I would have. Okay, so so you guys see how jobs are just passing me like this. I decided that me, I'm the phoenix, so I'm the gates I used to give people access. So what I will do is I will just tell her, you just start your job. Don't even give me these funny vibes. Your portfolios are your videos. Even though you've talked about SEO content, you do SEO even in writing social media posts. You've written your post. Count the number of days you've written posts. If you did more than a night, if your portfolio is still going to be sketchy by the time you count it, you might want to double the dose. Now I notice that you're
Mhm.
pretty around somehow. So I can see how you really help me in the community. I need your help, but then I also want you to get money, right? Because we I'm investing so much on gadgets. I've spent millions. I can't even open my mouth because right now I'm trying to set up my studio first because they are a class of persons that I'm also positioning myself for. So maybe paying a client immediately might not be my first port of call. But then this is me being vulnerable to you now, telling you what is on board. That's why even the first what we worked with, we started working with people who volunteer first. But then that's why they are also here because while you're volunteering, I should be able to position you for another one. So I'll talk to Mrs. Heavens and I'll put in the word for you. If she has not employed somebody between that last week and now, you can now consider that job yours. So when she's interviewing you, she's a very spiritual person. So she just needs somebody whose heart is in the work. And by whose heart is in the work, NYC is just learning work where you did. So you cannot just say, oh, because I'm going to NYC, I'm going to throw my shoes up and that till I come out. 'Cause if not, you bring Gary very well. As a single girl, the Gary is still going to be soaked. So you want to avoid that. Maybe it's even God's grace that you actually were delayed a bit so that you can even start your earning journey before you start committing yourself into something in the long haul. But this is the one I'm going to work with you for. So we'll start with that one. So within this week, let's hope that that job will be down. Then you can start writing your content around social media. Now, the thing I might have a little challenge with you is that your contents are so beautiful, but your content pillar, you have tied yourself to educative posts. So either you're talking about SEO content, you just want to educate. You're not even blending stories as much. You're not blending stories as much. You're not blending maybe infotainment, maybe infographics. You just shall want to teach somebody how to do something. How to do something. At least tell your story, your vulnerable stories. The last time I will ever, in fact, for the first time I got a job, the first time. So I'm hoping that if this one clicks for you between you and her, I got the job. You know, I'm excited to announce that I have just started. I have gotten. You put it both in and your portfolio, as in like your LinkedIn portfolio, as well as you write it as a written post. So we're going to go around more around stories, and then you write excellently well. I don't know how to say it. Even when we're going to do content writing, I'll get you to say something to people in that direction, since that's where you are niched down strongly on, right? So I think we can figure yours out already. So we've been able to check those ones. So all you have to do is now sit down with it. Just be writing posts now. But if you want to do 3 times a day because you have the time, you're single, mama, I'm married, I have children. In fact, what I did this morning, I told myself, this before and after engagement unto the Lord, because I have to beat my kids. So all those times people saw me that I've already posted Spaga, is I, as I'm posting, I drop my phone. Twin one, twin two. Then as my husband is running around preparing food. Well, that's how we're doing Google, because he has to go out before it. We'll just pack ourselves to run out. So sometimes I'm engaging, I'm in the car, I'm engaging, I'm coming back. But today I told myself, in fact, from last week, I started telling myself, because of the pressure of this camp preparations, getting people on board, I was just telling God, let God be my algorithm right now. And so in this, all this Google that I was doing, I posted in the morning. I just engaged maybe 30 minutes because I had many other things to do, preparing for you guys and all that, looking out for you guys to see what people have done. And then I came back. When I came back, I said, okay, yes, people need to get my mail. So if you are here, yes, so you see how the ideas are just dropping. If you are here and you don't have a newsletter on LinkedIn, operation, write it on your list. We must have newsletters. So newsletters go from you directly into people's inboxes. So for me, every single week, I try to write a newsletter at least once a week, or when I am in a pressing need of something. So an event is coming up and I need people to come around it, to engage it, I will still do my newsletter. Now, the thing is that people are not comfortable with newsletters, because when LinkedIn purposely reduces the reach of newsletter because they know that you are going out. So what you want to do is put links to things that are very important to you, so that by the time it enters people's emails, anyway, the thing with the global south now, God have mercy on us. The global south people, they don't like opening emails. So do you know that some people who are supposed to be in this camp are still not in this camp because I did email? What I want to do now is, for the next batch, I will have to repent from this whole email drama, and I'll send them WhatsApp link, because that's what it means. I'll send them WhatsApp link into the WhatsApp group directly, because apparently some people have not opened their email. And tomorrow now they'll be saying, sorry ma'am, I don't understand, ma. I don't know what I am offering. That's how the strain be in that first. That's why I was almost provoked this evening. I said, nobody will take me through that part again. Thank God we're recording this one. Anybody that misses it, we'll send link. Just go and sit down and be hearing gist. Then if you still are not convinced by other people's stories, you will now put it in the group. Your accountability pastor will just be telling you, okay, do this, do that. Okay, so this is essentially what I'm saying now. Again, this is me emphasizing my line of thought. Everybody should have newsletter. Now the thing is, anybody who subscribes to you, like me, I'm not connected. I have, I think, 13,000 plus people, but I'm not connected. I'm not ambitious around connections. As you're growing, you might want to be connecting, but one thing I can tell you, when you get to a certain level, if you connect anyhow, they will just delete your account. That's what they used to do. So somebody currently now, she is growing voraciously, and it seems like anybody who sends her connect, she's just collecting. So now LinkedIn has banned her, and this is how many days, almost 4 days, she's not yet back. I don't know what they plan to do with her, but then of course people are crying out, bring her back and all that. But even her growth process, even me, I don't understand. Right? I mean, how can you explain somebody growing with over 10,000 in less than a week, and there's no official viral post like that? So you'll be knowing that there's something going on that maybe cannot be explained. I'm sure that's what LinkedIn is also investigating. Okay, so one thing with it is this. Now, this is what I'm saying. I have 13,000 followers, right? I'm not connected to up to 5,000 people, because after a while I stopped. I just told myself, let me even know what I'm doing here, right? Please connect to, if you're a growing person, because if you don't connect well, now the thing again is that 5,000 connections, they are not active. Most of them, you started building. I mean, I'm lucky to have built all this, my building. I grew at once, right? But for some people, your growth might take a while. and there's no pressure to it, provided you're making your money. That's why we are here, right? There's no pressure to it, provided you're making your money. But this is what I also want everybody to bear in mind, right? Is that my newsletter, I have over 7,000, I think 7,000 or over 7,000 plus subscribers now. Every person, these 7,000 persons, whether they like it or not, they will get an email from you. So what are the odds that at least 100 persons will not open? And I'm hoping that, of course, these 7,000 persons who probably clicked is subscribe. Some of them are from the US, from the UK, where email, they literally used to sleep on their emails, or are freelancers who, so if you are here and you're a freelancer, you will lose a job or you will lose money if you're not an email person. You will lose money, you will lose it tire, because a job opportunity might come and it's in your spam box and there's nothing you can do. You will never know. How will you know? Okay. So I'm saying this now so that everybody can just build an attitude of consistently checking their mails for nothing. Just even if you did not apply for anything, just check. Okay. So that is what I was trying to say. So your newsletter has far reach. So it means that anything you do on LinkedIn, you post, once you create a post on LinkedIn, it will go straight into your newsletter, and everybody will literally get to that's the people who have the culture of reading. Once they see your name, they'll just open it. You put many links inside that would also traffic them from that place to your, what do they call it, to maybe a WhatsApp group or somewhere.
Mm.
That is what I always do. Okay, so I posted in it.
Can't hear her. Um, Dr. Vivian, I can't hear you. Hello. Oh my God. Hello. Okay. Can, is it from my hand?
Okay, fine too. Same here. I can't hear her as well. We can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
No.
Can you
No.
hear me now?
No.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Yes, we
Okay,
can.
I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so I don't know what happened. So maybe something shifted. You see, so I really have to invest in my studio. I'm just looking for anything. I'm just buying. Okay, so back to my conversations. Thank you so much. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I can hear everybody now. Okay, so where was I again? What's my mind? What was I talking about? Okay, newsletters. So yes, so your newsletters, once people start subscribing to it, any message you type on that newsletters is going directly. So that's another way to build. So you write as a writer, you must have a newsletter. You must. Even me, like this, as founder, I found a way to scribble, even if it's 1 minute write up. And guess what? When you want to start counting, I've been able to write over 30 newsletters. If somebody wants to say, which 30 newsletters are you
Mm.
writing? Screenshot, catch up on your topics. So all those things you're trying to do in for educative all the time, those things actually belong to your newsletters. So how to
Mm.
SEO? SEO is dead. When somebody sees this in their, what do they call it, their emails, and they necessarily don't pay attention generally to LinkedIn. They just have LinkedIn and they just subscribed and they just hear SU is dead. And let's say it's somebody who is interested in web content writing. And the person like, what's the meaning of this? And the person just sees that eventually it's a clickbait. And the person now says, okay, you now sees at the end how to work with me and you put a link to your WhatsApp or something or your email or something or your number in it. Then you realize that, okay, Ned, are you in? I'm not sure I've seen you. Okay, yes, okay, I've seen you. Let me add more persons because we have more rooms now. So you now see that in the end, right? So you now see that you now your clients are actually email users. So you need to pay attention. Do you even have a newsletter? All the story I'm saying.
No, not yet.
Okay, so newsletters is usually easier to start your newsletters with your laptop. In fact, even writing your newsletter, you have to write it with your laptop. Or you can do, of course, just like we learned
Yeah.
in the last camp, you can use laptop interface on your phone to write your newsletter. So, but then, so I'm hoping that tomorrow, your first 24 hours, I want a newsletter. You have to come up with a brand topic. At least by tomorrow, you should publish one. Let it be different from your main post. Like I said, newsletter dips your post for the day. So want your engagement to be as full. Please, I want a story. I want something really catchy, a hot hook like that. But we said tomorrow we're introducing ourselves, so you can anyway that it's going to be super catchy for you. But I want you to be less overtly educative in tomorrow's post. Then we can put the education in the newsletters. So when it now goes, as soon as you open your
Okay.
newsletters, all of us we will support you. But one thing is, from now onwards, anybody who connects with you, LinkedIn will always suggest your newsletters. That's how I agree my newsletters, right? Every single time anybody sends me a connection request, even if I don't accept, even if I don't accept, LinkedIn will preach the gospel of newsletter and they will accept, and they're just entering my cabal. The only thing is, of course, newsletters outside LinkedIn is better than newsletters on LinkedIn. But if you don't have newsletter at all, it's better you build with LinkedIn, at least for the time being, but you have an exit plan. Everybody have an exit plan. Okay. So thank you so much for that as well. So let me just go to the next person. Let's see how many persons we can take quickly within the time we have left. And we will I'm hoping that as many of us are having all the clarities. Please, all the people with my assignments, I beg you people, let me not chase you up and down. Esther, please, you help me if you need to follow up.
Mm.
Maybe if we need to create a please hope we've all been signing the attendance because ah my testimonial, nobody will take my testimonial before somebody will say I came for the bootcamp, I might not see money. I will just send the person, please sign the attendance so that as I'm seeing people's results and how they are right now, just be doing like this because I will see my attendance and I'll have peace. Okay, so this is the one attendance. Okay, so
Okay.
let's do this one for you now. So what we have in mind is job with Miss Heavens. You work with me as well. Open your newsletters, then we'll push something else further for you. Okay. I hope this is okay for you now.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
so
you, ma.
who has been up since I think I saw Prudence. Prudence has been here. And who else? Comfort, Miss Comfort Brown. Okay, so let me hear you, Prudence, then Comfort.
Okay, good evening, ma. Good evening,
Good evening.
everyone.
Yes, good evening.
Okay, well, I first started out on LinkedIn last year. My journey on LinkedIn started out last year. The ending
Okay, hello,
months
good evening.
in 2024. So
Sorry, give me
I
a moment.
Hello,
I think
please, can
somebody's
you hear
making.
me?
Yes, we can hear you. Mrs.
Okay.
Comfort.
Thank you for the opportunity and privilege again.
Okay, just give me a moment. I think your network did somebody was already talking. You probably logged off. So let her just complete. Can you hear Prudence? Prudence, just talk, let her hear you. Somebody was speaking already.
hello, good evening.
Okay, so I think she's frozen again. Go ahead, please.
Hello, can you hear
Okay,
me?
so
Okay, look at the
Okay,
chat
okay.
box. Let me. Okay, you've heard eventually, right?
Okay.
Go ahead, Prudence. Let me still leave a message for her.
All right, thank you, ma. So last year I got started with basically my parenting, writing, my child life, educating, write-ups and articles. But along the line, I something deviated my attention, and that was the um the urge to get a job, a good paying job, right? So I had to begin building my skills in virtual assistance and project management skill as well, right? Um I earned a certificate last year on project management skill and virtual assistance, learned email management, calendar management, researching how to set up meeting agendas, how to transcribe, how to, travel planning and all of that, right? And truly, I truly have the urge and the passion to help busy people, right? I always look out for ways to make life easier for busy professionals. So that was what drove my attention outside my parenting niche to virtual assistance and project management. But down the line this year, deep down, I didn't feel the fulfillment, right? And I remember watching your one of the Sunday lives on YouTube about personal branding. So that's changed my perspective entirely, right? So I began to think about, being a thought leader. I really want to like project my skills the more. I mean, talk about what I am passionate about the more, and that is parenting and child life education, community outreach advocating. So I just this morning I had to, get back
Okay,
to
is it
that
my
passion.
network?
Ah, oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Oh,
We can really hear you.
okay, well, I guess Dr. Vivian is cut off, maybe.
Yeah. I can hear you. I just got cut off now. Can you guys hear me? Yes.
Okay, crystal clear. Yes, we can, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. Yes, we're saying something super beautiful that I love. I love what I'm hearing. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so starting out this morning, I had to, go back to my love. That is my passion, what I am most passionate about. And um with the help of the Holy Spirit, I got to edit my bio, right? So I started out with that child life evangelist, helped parenting lead tutor, and a community outreach advocate, right? And the rest of that. But in between this, I am also still passionate about, helping professionals. I still want to do the virtual assistant jobs, right? I still want to improve further on that. Meanwhile, looking out on building my first job, that is my passionate assignment. I intend to gain brand visibility through this boat camp. Actually, it is truly a privilege to be here. I also want to build a community of parents. I have parents like inner circle kind of something, right? Yes. So I also want to get speaking engagement. I truly want to like get visible this time around. I truly want to like speak out very loudly this time, and I also want to get a job. I still really want to have a job ongoing. So my question has been how to monetize my parenting niche, my parenting career. What should I do, to get an inflow of cash, yes, to make something good out of it, and also how to marry my virtual assistant role with my basic passion, my number one passion, that is parenting little. So yes, that is all for me. Yes,
Okay,
ma.
awesome. Well, the beautiful thing is this: if you're going to choose, thought leadership is always long term. You can't make money from thought leadership now. Now, you can't make money now, right? Building your communities around that will be superb. That's what you should be doing right now, right? But what I would want you to do is if you need to get a job, obviously you're going to focus on virtual assisting. So that 10 skill, 10 persons who inspire you should be chief on your conversations. Now, the thing is, if you write parenting something, something, something on your portfolio, and imagine that usually when people click, it's the first three lines they see when you apply for a job or when you tell somebody you enter someone's DM and you're talking about, or when you write a post, they are seeing parenting. And now you're talking that you want to virtually assist. The question that will always come up is how do you want to do the assisting? Because you're already saying you're a parent, a child, a parenting something something advocate. Now this is what I would want to tell you, right? You have to roll out your passion in phases. That's why it's always good to document your you can hear me when our medical people came up and they were saying what they were saying, how you guys saw how the fire came up from me. Somebody will say, but she's already deep into this. I have plans. You have to plan for every phase of your life. Some of them might not come out in full blown. Now, I'll tell you when it comes to monetizing parenting, you can't. I'm sorry, oh, just like purposeful. We just finished talking to somebody now, and I'm sure you were listening in just like purposeful, you can't monetize parenting so easily. Many people just assume that the one that their parents did, their mother taught them. I mean, how can I go for parenting class? Now, this is also me talking about the global south, right? So, global south, now just to carry slippers. If she shout anyhow, why?
I need to again. Yeah.
Okay, so I think I got logged off. Can everybody hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't even
Yes,
know
ma'am.
when these things
We
started
can hear
happening.
you.
Oh. Awesome. Thank you so much. This is the first time I'm experiencing all these things. Lord, deliver me from wicked and unreasonable men. Like, I've never, I even used to make mouths. So I don't even know what is happening. I would have to go and check my router and all that, see if there's something that is going on that I'm not aware of. Or maybe my settings changed. I'll have to check it. But thank you so much, everybody, for sitting in. Okay, so when you want to do thought leadership, it's long term. If you want to put it in front of you, so just imagine that I was still trying to gain visibility, and I didn't have to do my medical writing when I had the chance to. I'm just talking about Phoenix Gate. Everybody just looking at it. Because you already, I've not worked with people yet. So that's what you want to do. You're going to have a long term plan. The long term plan now, part of the immediate long term plan is you're already building a community. You have to build a community of parents, and you can't monetize immediately. This is from sister to sister. You can't monetize immediately. Just forget about it. Because already people don't even know what they need as regards parenting. So you have to build a community around it, and it's going to be a whole lot of freebies. But your diligence will separate you. So if you say you guys are going to be meeting every week, you see what we are doing on LinkedIn. If you say you're going to be meeting every week or once in 2 weeks, once in a month, and you keep to it, you're training parents, you're telling them you have topics to bring them out as regards parenting, how best to do this. Because the best thing you're going to do now is to try your soft skills. What made you passionate about parenting? What were the things that you know? What are the pitfalls in this generation? Especially in the global south, you know how we were raised. Sometimes it's super easy to replicate those patterns. So part of your goals, your vision will be to break the boundaries. This is me now collating your brand story together for you. So you're going to be telling yourself things like why, what is your why. So you sit down and write around it. So you're going to write around essentially, okay, so um why do I want this organization? So another thing you might want to do that will be a very smart move is to have a name that can accommodate just about anything that has to do with parenting. So that virtual assistant, something, something, founder, let's say, graceful mom. You cannot use that kind of name, oh, please, I beg. I'm just saying it. Okay, I'm just saying it, but I didn't say you should use that name. But I'm saying founder and advocate for parents, something, something. But what you want now, your immediate need, you have to put your best foot forward. Except you don't need the job. But if you need the job, there's nobody who will see parenting advocates, something, something, child, something, something, something. Then you now put virtual assistant behind. And the thing is also going to affect the kind of clients you're going to get on board. Well, the thing is super easy. Thank God you're a part of the Phoenix Gate. So if an opportunity comes up, definitely. In fact, you can already even start. What are the things? What are your key skills? So that's where I should have started from you. What are the key skills that you can do in your virtual assistant? Because that's where we're going for these 21 days. We can earn from there. But for the parenting is a long term. But if you want to earn from parenting, if you want to earn from parenting, there's a word in Igbo. It says, "Can you do the work?" EGK. Because if you want to earn from parenting, another thing you're going to do alongside building alongside building thought leadership, writing authorship can be a very good access. Even in your authorship, you have to do maybe freebies here and there. Download this freebie. So I can give you that assignment. That part of the things you're going to come up with is chapter one of something, a guide to something parenting, something that, or let's say, what I want you to do is you need to niche down like parenting, something that will literally let me tell you hot niches. Single parenting is a hot niche, and a lot of them are on LinkedIn who are career people who are cannot seem to figure it out. A lot of single moms are under attack, knowledge attack, emotional attack. So imagine that your niche. So the question is, what niche even in parenting? What is your niche in parenting? Because that will also help your thought leadership and your proper positioning. Because what is it that so me? I'm not saying anything that is too highfalutin. Okay, so highfalutin is just big stuff. I'm not saying anything big. So that you just have one particular story. Let's say you're going to come up with a book in 3 days or in 1 week based on your low hanging fruit. I'm not saying anything that you have to research from afresh. We'll just write. I can put you on. I can put the fire under you, right, to make sure that you come up with that. Or you can actually even work with people who are writing books, right? So one of the things I would say is maybe make an attempt of writing an ebook. Then only thing you release is chapter one. You can release chapter one for free, so you can tell everybody that. Or so in your all through your so now when you're even discussing virtual assistants with somebody, you can tell the person that you write books, but you've written one chapter. But then the good thing about writing one chapter is this, that when you have released that one chapter and you put your life in it, the people who read it will put you under pressure to write the remaining. And the good part is that you didn't collect their money. But then you can ask them, once they download the one chapter for free, you have to tell them they must subscribe. So we're going to create a Google form. So they must subscribe to your either your YouTube. So if you can arrange them, all of them like that, whether your YouTube. So all of those links you put it in your form, whether your YouTube or your your WhatsApp group. You can create a wait list there and so many other things. If you're super passionate about parenting, these are the things you're going to be doing. Thought leadership requires you already talking about, you have to get comfortable with sharing things freely. Right? You have to, especially in places where people don't think they need help, because most people might not rush shit like that. They might not rush this ideation so well, but then you have to be the your money will come from relationships, from brand endorsement. When people see you always talking about brands, about parenting, and you suddenly now grow followers, a brand can give you 5 million naira. Let's partner. I see that you talk about parenting based on the niche that you want to do. So for me, I'm also giving you a secret of my medical aspect. So for some of you, I have a different channel for my medicine. So that is what I'm targeting as well. I've written a blueprint for those people who will be volunteering with us. Those are part of the things that I'm doing on the side as well. So you can see that all these things, you need to decide what phase you're in your life right now and what is most important. It doesn't mean that you write off what you want to offer, but you can put them all scribbled down in points. That's why you are writing. You people should be together. As an idea is coming in for me, that's why I believe that the Holy Ghost is not always scared to give me ideations. As He's telling me, I just build structures around it immediately. And that's what I think you need to pay attention to. So the question is, at this point in your life, do you need thought leadership more than you need to earn? If you need thought leadership is like raising a YouTube channel. It's patient, you're going to grow. You need collaborations, you need a community, you need to give more than you receive. In fact, thought leadership, when we're talking about thought leadership, a perfect example of someone who was a thought leader is Jesus, right? Literally, you see anything, just follow his line of ideation. So I'm imagining that you're past your 12 years, you're already now, you can explain, you can talk with people discussing the law, but you probably didn't come out plainly until now. So let's imagine that this is your 30th year and ministry is supposed to move to the permanent site. You know that he will not ask for money first to appear, make an appearance. Sooner or later, people will be rushing you. So that's where your bargaining is. People will want to relate with you. Brands will want to meet you and seeing that, okay, you're already so I want you to be putting your eyes there. Sometimes all these things, they don't have chronologies. It might even be that the first day you stepped out, that's when Customs Baby will just say, please, would like you to come and do an advert. Then you now start discussing on. So there are things that might work together: thought leadership, content creation, side by side. So you can do random videos on LinkedIn, on YouTube, telling them, or you can even jump on controversies. Like, let's say a video went viral that one woman just gave a hot migraine knock to the child, then you can discuss. That's why I asked you first, what is your niche? So if you think you're just passionate about parenting, what about parenting is your ideations? Who are your target audience? Is it the mothers or or the family or the children, or sharing ideas on how to raise children? Parenting is a whole spectrum. So what one of the things you're going to help me do now is you're going to do a research and you can come up with what exactly you want to offer. That one, we will open a newsletter where you just be parenting. Your newsletter, in fact, the newsletter, you can even write parenting squared as the name of your. Please don't do all that. When you do something like that, everybody will just know that this person, I don't know. So I'm just you don't do that. But in your newsletters is where you pour your life out. But then for your main LinkedIn Pro, based on the fact that okay, you are considering looking at opportunities, time to time in your stories, you can infuse direct people to your newsletters and tell them if they want more stories about this. This is where you share it. Time to time, you can do a video. Jump on controversies. That's where your virality is, especially for other platforms outside LinkedIn. So I've given you assignments. So when am I going to get to each of them so that I can put a deadline for that as well? I can put a deadline for that as well for you. Okay, so when am
Okay,
I
ma.
expecting what?
Go ahead and give me a deadline so I know when to
No, no.
submit it.
How busy are you? How busy are you? That's another thing. Cause how busy are you?
Okay.
Me, the thing with me is that if you don't follow me, if I do hot, you don't do hot. I'll just stay somewhere and just be saying, "Oh Jesus." So if you can even, if you have the time, as early as possible, just submit the ones you can submit. So what we're gonna do is that 10 skills, do that for VAVA newsletters by tomorrow, right? Write your primary post in the morning, just like what you guys saw today. You can do your newsletter, introduction to your newsletter at 12, or you can do it at 6, right? Because like I said, newsletter will deep. it will dip your the algorithm because they know that your benefits far outweighs your loss because you are going into people's emails. So, but you need to drive energy around it. So I'll still remind everybody who is currently in the group, please ensure you send all your links. I want collated all profile links because I want everybody to turn on notifications for everybody in the community because we want at the end of the 21 days, we all just know ourselves. We are enjoying ourselves. We, in fact, opportunities will come or share and all of that. So I don't know if I'll leave you here so that you can meditate a little more. Let me not pour out everything. So if you can pay attention to these ones that I've told you to do and give me the answers in that direction as well. Okay, so I'm going to be taking somebody else. Let's
All
take
right.
somebody
Thank you
else.
so much.
You're welcome. Let me see. Rafa. Why is she not here? Please go ahead. Um, okay, let me hear Messi John. After Messi John, then Neddy. I know that our gist is gonna be plenty, so let me just attend to. Okay, comfort. Yeah, I missed out on you. Okay, let's just see where that's today is. If I'm not going to say if I perish, I perish. I've said it. Lord help me. Okay, so let's go ahead, please. Let me hear you, Messi John. Let me hear you.
Okay, good evening, Ma. Good evening, everyone.
Awesome. Good evening. How you
Good
doing?
evening.
I'm doing good. Thank you
Awesome.
for this time. Thank you. I was just looking at them, I was like, wow, this is really something else. Okay, as regards the assignment that was given, I was able to list out some skills that I feel comfortable with.
Awesome.
Majorly,
Awesome. Go
it
ahead. I'm listening.
falls
I
into
hope it's not
writing,
network. You're frozen.
but in different.
Is it comfort? Hello?
No, she's
Hello?
clear. Yeah, we can hear you. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Dr. Fabian
Hello,
is.
you can hear me?
I don't know.
She's frozen.
Yes.
Hello, can you
Okay, can
hear me?
everybody hear me now? I think something happened to
Yes.
our network.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I went.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Please go ahead there. I can hear you
Hmm.
now. Your video is not on. Messi John, are you
Is
here?
it
Maybe she
comfort?
logged.
Is it comfort?
No, no, Messi. Okay, I think he logged her off. It was a general thing. Okay, so just go ahead. Don't worry, we'll attend to everybody. We'll have the energy in Jesus' name. Go ahead, please.
All
Mm,
right. So, as I was saying, one of it is copywriting, ghostwriting,
Good job.
editing,
Good job.
proofreading, brand
Okay.
storytelling, public speaking. I also write spoken words, and then research skills. Then I will put agricultural skills because that was what I studied in school. Though not majorly my passion, but at least I have some skills in that. So as regards copywriting, I've been able to initially when I took off on my copywriting journey, I was able to get two foreign clients I worked with,
Awesome.
but it was based on trade by barter. They wrote testimonial for me while I wrote the content for them. But then somebody introduced me to LinkedIn. I joined LinkedIn, but
So wait, where did you meet the
I
foreign clients from? Sorry, 1 minute. If it was not on
oh
LinkedIn, I'm super curious.
it, it was on Facebook.
Wow. Woo. Now this is getting
Yes,
interesting. Okay, go ahead. Go
through a
ahead.
Facebook group. She like the girl that introduced me to this online stuff. So she gave me some Facebook groups. She was
I
like I
hope
should
we're
join this
hearing.
group. So
I said I hope we're hearing.
people
Sorry.
you type in okay ma. You type in, you introduce yourself. So I typed I was like, I am this, I'm a copywriter. I want to work for some persons, this. So it was the same day I landed the two clients.
Amazing.
Two persons, two different, one from Pakistan, one from UAE. So
Awesome.
I worked with two of them, and they, after, at the end, they wrote a testimonial for me. But then when I joined LinkedIn, okay, want to ask me something?
Just go ahead. I love it. But I
All
wanted,
right.
I don't want to forget. I wanted to say, hope you have this testimonial now as we speak. It's part of your portfolio.
Yes, I gave them. They wrote it direct to my LinkedIn.
You're in the spirit. Go ahead, my dear.
So when I joined LinkedIn, I didn't really understand how it works. I stayed for some time. I started getting discouraged, so I had to quit. For a long time, I was not showing up. Sometimes I'll just come, check up what's going on, and leave. So, but late last year, I took off again. I was like, let me come up and really understand how this platform works. So that has been that. I was able to join one of the classes. Is somewhere um, um, anchored late last year. So I learned a few things. Then I've been able to use some videos, courses, then some, even currently there is a content writers group I am, that we are writing some projects. We are done with one for the team projects. Then there's a personal project going on, which is like working for a client, but it is for the training. So basically that's what I've been doing.
Okay, so Esther. If you're still on this call, please drop a message on the chat. I would want both of you to team up to do something. I will tell you people what
Okay.
you will do. It happened in the
All right.
last masterclass, and those guys are currently making money. So I'll tell you
All right.
guys what you people can do. So I'm hoping now the reason for this teaming up is because a threefold cord cannot be easily broken. So I'm hoping that your mind will be the third one, both of your minds, but then two of you can work together
Okay.
and do so please reach out to her. Maybe let her just be your accountability partner so that already I know that
Okay.
for both of you, I have struck it out so that
Okay.
you guys can already start before this. In fact, if it's money, you people, it's going to be an excellent ride. Okay, so is there any other thing? Okay, so as regards to agriculture, okay, if you're not passionate about it, it's still not bad. It's still not bad. If you're not passionate, okay, let me not push you in that direction. Public
I
speaking,
have
okay.
I don't know, like I felt like I needed to streamline my passion, my skill in,
No, it's
like,
okay.
let me be known for this.
Awesome. You can have phases. You can, most of the people who are known for maybe agriculture is because they are already working there. They have plans for
Yes.
there. Yes. So I think some people like Divine, Divine Chibweze.
Divine was my cosmate in school.
Are you serious? And you guys look alike, Seth. You know, right? You know, both of
Yes,
you
we
look
both
alike.
graduated from Unizik, yes.
Amazing. That and you sound alike too.
Are you serious?
Yes, you guys
She's my
sound
very
alike.
good friend.
Awesome.
Yes.
You both sound alike. Okay, so no problem. We're going to since you're not I know Divine has a job in that direction, so and that's what she
Yeah.
wants to do. So for the content writing is I think it's also excellent. You can make seven figures income from that alone. In fact, I would always say it's right in this generation, there's no pressure. Only the consistent will stand out. So anything at all. For those people who used to shake their bum bum on TikTok, you might be there and be saying useless girl, useless girl, useless. She's shaking her
Is
bum bum.
she?
The men, what's their name? Is it Ogomena? What's that woman's name? I don't even know again. Jenna Mena or something. And the rest of them. These guys have they shook their bum bum for 5 years straight. They know that now people are taking them seriously. Now they're even having brands. So one of the things I had to conclude is this. The only thing that will be rewarded is consistency. It's not those who started though. It's not even those who finished because the day you finish, you're saying that you've hung your boot. Is that you must find a way to renew your passion with ideas. And that's what I do. Every week, something will just be coming. I will catch it. And that's what makes you relevant. Because most people would have done life as long as I did, in fact, somebody was postulating that as of this time T, I will gas out. I say, because you don't even know yet. Except maybe something serious like working with Trump I'm working with Trump now like this, and he says I should not do anything. I would say, oh yes, sir. I even first put it there. I'm happy to announce that I have been given a job in the presidency of the United States, and from now onwards, I'm not gonna be on LinkedIn, guys. I love you guys, but my platform, of course, that's why I'm developing a system as well, so that I don't
Mm.
get to. So, like, I'll still say it again for all those people here who used to say, "I'm super busy, I'm super busy." Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't used to hear that one, no. Because I don't think anybody's more busy than I am. I don't hear it because there are systems that you can set up to still maintain your online presence right now. Your own, especially online on LinkedIn, guys. Yes, this was what I was trying to. I didn't want to say on live that yesterday. To boost a post on LinkedIn, some people will not know. That's what I'm telling you. To boost a post on LinkedIn per day, sometimes it can even be up to $30. I did it for this training now. To like per day can be up to $30. If you see $10 is for awareness. I mean, awareness is, guys, look at me. So I saw somebody recently boosting an event. God have mercy. I saw that event after 3 days of boosting. So this person is paying awareness $10 every day. After 3 days of boosting, I've only seen three more persons register. So you don't know the beauty of building. So when you're waking up and you're posting online, now when we're going to do pricing, we're going to discuss all that. So if we really want to charge how we should charge, that's all I can say. But your visibility is money that you can cash out on. If you can just show up consistently in that one thing that you have decided that you're going to offer, guys, we will exchange it, and the sooner the better. So just reminds me, Esther. Okay, yes, Esther and Mercy. Esther is in the chat. Also in the group, you can just tag
Okay.
her. Please let all of us introduce ourselves properly. I think that's what I said, so that we can all just have ourselves in our, what do they call it? We can all just have ourselves in our
Network.
Okay, sorry. I think the network just had a little trouble. Hey, Wahala, it was from my end, though. I didn't even know. I think my gen has gone off. I didn't do a review. Okay, so I think I can just talk with what do they call it? I've been running my gen since how many hours ago? I didn't do a review. So please everybody just pardon me. I can just turn off my video. So God, I know it might not be as engaging, but I apologize. Okay, so what were we even talking about? Okay, so we said both of you, please. Yes, Esther, she's already commenting in the chat on YouTube. So please, Mercy, please reach out to her so that you guys can start work. I'll tell you guys what next to do. Okay, so the next person is Miss Comfort. Please go ahead. The mic is yours. So
Okay, hello, good evening.
yes, good evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. Okay, my niche is actually children, and I'm somehow connected with the other lady. I think her name is Okeke, parenting. But the
Okay.
aspect of my parenting is connecting that is teens and children with their parents.
Awesome. Awesome. I love the clarity. Go ahead,
Okay,
please. Okay, so
I
Prudence, I hope
connect
you're
them in
still
the way
here.
in.
Okay, sorry, give me a moment. Prudence, I hope you're still here.
Yes, ma'am. Checking
So please, both of
reference.
you. So you found your accountability partner. So both of you,
Okay.
you so we'll go on to discuss a whole lot of things that you guys can all do. But then you need to clarify all those things I asked you to do before then. So go ahead, please.
Yes,
Okay, so in the aspect of connecting, my own aspect is by the grace of God, I have this sensitivity. I'm somehow sensitive with teen. That is, I have a flow that when they're around me, they easily open up. So I am like their eye. I'm seeing through their eye. So I'm reflecting them to their parents, what is going on around their whole aspect. So that is actually my niche. So it also helped me. Sometimes ideas just drop on my writing. So if you notice, most of my content is more of parenting. So ideas just drop on based on experience or based on some discussion that have with this thing one on one or in group. So I am just like their eye. That's why I said that. Can you see me? So I am their eye speaking to their parents what is going on through them and how to bond back with them. Because we're in a generation right now that there's a disconnect between parents and their teen, their children. Hello?
Yes, I heard you crystal clear.
Hello?
Awesome, I heard you crystal clear.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can
Awesome. You
hear you.
said
So that is actually my niche. Yes.
okay.
Then
Okay.
another aspect on the connection is divided into twofold, relief and comfort. So the relief is providing materials, that is where the community outreach come in school environment, specifically public school. So any relief material as regards to health, education, either pampers, medicine, and all that, I just provide these materials to these kids. That is from 0 to the teenage age. Then the comfort aspect is that aspect of connecting them, bonding them with their parents, seeing through their eyes, being a voice to them. That is where my profession now come in. So I am like a voice to them. I stand for them. So that is a comfort I'm bringing out. And through that, I'll be able to see what is going on through their life in terms of maybe molestation, sexual abuse, drugs. I don't know. It's just, God help me. It's just like a deep vision. The more I deep, the more I'm getting deeper. I think that is how I see it. So I don't know that aspect of comfort. I think I need more clarity because the more I am deeping in, the more I am getting deeper. I don't know if you
Awesome.
understand what I'm trying to say.
Awesome. So I
Mm.
love what you're doing now. So that means part of the things you have in mind. So we what we're looking at for you now is definitely thought leadership. Definitely thought leadership.
Okay.
Definitely thought leadership. But then do you have your skills when you were able to align those skills? Did you write those skills down? What are the skills you
Yes,
have?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so what are they? Just give me 10
Okay,
of them.
number one is okay, I have humanitarian logistics. I'm very good
Okay.
with organization. I love invent. That is, I'm
Okay.
good with organizing. I'm very, very good at it. I can organize, I can plan, I can execute. And with my experience, because I have volunteered for many, many organizations before I had my own. So this is what I
Awesome.
love doing. I do it with joy. So that is the humanitarian logistic. Then communication outreach. I can easily speak to this set of people. I just
Okay.
flow. So I speak a lot in school environments, yes. So that is where the public speaking and the communication outreach come in hand. The another skills is child welfare. I've worked one on one, like a volunteer with all this child welfare, and I am somehow I have some attachment. So there are some certain things that is not on my how will I put on my portfolio because it's something that is just a volunteer something. So that is the aspect of child welfare, taking care of them. Then another thing is logistic management. I hope I'm not repeating. I believe management, I have a way of I know how to manage all those things, no matter how like I've organized an outreach of more than okay, I was planning for 100 people. I saw more than 200 people. And I don't know how God did it. Everybody was sorted out. So that management, I think, is a grace of skills. Then organization leadership. I just have a way of flowing and bounding with everything because most people that volunteer for me, they are busy people. They are professional in different aspects of life. But once I have an outreach, they all come together. So there's this way of being able to blend with them as a leader. They just follow. Then the aspect of this content writing, ideas just drop to my head. I just write. So most things you see on my content, the thing just drop, I flow and write. I just need help on how to put them together because I've written so many things. I just need to package it. I don't know, maybe like a book. I don't just know. So ideas just drop. So it's just a way to flow with it. So that is the skills I think I have.
Okay, that's awesome. So okay, so for skills. So when you're talking about all these things, how do you finance them? Because that's so we're talking about a foundation now. So how do you finance them? How do you this finance. Anyway, before I get there, just think about it, right? Let me just give you quick answers so that I don't forget. Because I've not had people with foundations come
Okay,
to the camp. But don't worry,
okay,
let me.
okay. How
Okay.
are actual? Hello.
Yes, I wanted to give you some answers so
Okay,
that I don't
how?
forget.
Okay, okay. Go ahead, please. Sorry. Mm.
Okay, okay, awesome. So part of the things that you need to pay attention to is you need content creation in at the tip of your fingers. Content creation at the tip of your fingers. Documentation, transparency, accuracy. So you cannot be saying about 200. You're going to be giving figures. All the outreaches. So that's the assignment you have this night, right? Maybe I'll give you 24 hours or 3 days, one of them. All the outreaches you've ever gone to, you're going to sit down. You're going to write down the numbers in the last 1 year. In the last 1 year, estimate where you didn't keep proper documentation. So it means that you need to pay attention to your ability to document, right? All the numbers, so you're going to bring them all together, and so that now when you're going to be writing your summaries, you're not going to be writing it as though, okay, we did 200, 300 here. No, you're going to be saying, let's say you've gotten to I've been able to reach out to 2,000 persons with relief materials. And one thing you need to arm yourself with is storytelling. I'm grateful to God that you're a gold member, so you'll be in the class when we're going to discuss all that. You need to arm yourself with storytelling, the frameworks, everything you need to know about content creations. I think we'll do that tomorrow and we'll make it a general class so that it can be beneficial for everybody. So you need to come up with how you're going to tell your story in such a way, because one thing that will be strong you should be showing in every conversation you have is empathy and emotional intelligence and your ability to communicate emotions. Your story should not just be about metrics alone. There's going to be metrics, but there's you need as many hands. And LinkedIn, I tell you, is a very good place to get even international funds in. So one of the things you're also going to pay attention to, you need a grant class as early as possible. So you might want to write this in your long-term goals. You need to write this in your long-term goals. A grant class, you need to go for a grant class, because so that you need to get those big. It's just that now with all these withdrawals, it's true. Have you thought about it? With all these withdrawals, this Trump stuff that somebody else was talking about at the beginning, how does that affect you in terms of your NGOs? Yes, that's why back to my questions again. My question again, because that will help me say some of the few things I would say now. How do you get funds?
Okay. Number one, I'm into an organization, Yali, Young African Initiative, and these are just group of youths that come together for impact. So since I'm already a member, when I have something, they come out voluntarily. Then I think so I contribute maybe like 80% of most of my outreach, and I just put on my flyer. I don't know people I don't know. They just drop money. So that's how I fund my organization. Then I also put if I need any clothes you're not using again, any of those material you're not using again, please can you give it to me? And there are some people that just call my number and they drop some of those things. So I think
But
that
where are
is
you
how I'll be able
where,
to
where are
fund
you based? Where are you
Abuja.
based? Okay, and that's
Abuja,
lovely. Where in Abuja do you stay?
Kubwa.
Okay, awesome. I have clothes, so Jesus, I have bags and bags. It's just that it's children. You do it for children. Is it just children you do for? Or your outreach is general?
Yes. No, no,
Your
no.
outreach
It's
is
just
general.
children. But
Oh,
my outreach is just for children. But when I want to visit, when the aspect of health, when I want to give out pampers and baby clothes, I also give a maternity gown to pregnant women, maternity gown, bra, and all that to pregnant women.
okay, that's amazing. Anyway, we need to connect and talk. Even when you want to do your outreaches, you can let me know if my calendar is free around that season. I can jump on board. So, but what I would want you to do is
Okay.
we need a systematic way of getting money in. You cannot always. So, you now, how do you get money aside from, because now you're saying that you put your own into the giving, and it's not. reproducible. So you are actually supposed to have been writing grants. In fact, part of your skills should be grant writing, grant proposal writing. It's supposed to be a strong core skill for you. In fact, that's what we could have even also used for to make money now, if you had that skill. I'll show you guys, anybody who wants to upskill in any particular direction, I'll show you how to get a course on Coursera at an affordable or free, depending on the story you can write. They can give it to you free to write courses, to have courses under that platform. So I will still ask you, how do you get money now? Now like this. So now we know that you're the one funding your NGO. So how do you get money yourself? How are you making money?
Okay, I'm a corporate lawyer. I actually work on my own. I'm a corporate lawyer. I do any legal drafting for land, any agreement, estate, and registration of company. That is corporate practice. That is what I'm into.
My dear, so we'll start talking about it. Oh, you need a foundation page so that you can rename your LinkedIn. You need to optimize your LinkedIn, right? I understand that you're super. You need a page. You need to open. It's very easy. If you have challenge with opening it, I don't know. My itineraries can be funny, but you can open. Just check how to open a LinkedIn page. You need a page for Comfort Brown Foundation. You need a page. Let's that foundation, let's it leave your portfolio now. Just face yourself because now you need to make money through law. So we're gonna do a complete rebranding for you. Your personal branding is, since money can come in from the corporate side of you. Like I said, we'll still position you as a thought leader. So we're gonna say, um, let's say, you write your lawyer, comma, something, um what did they call it, registration, comma. We're going to come up with a beautiful name. What you do now, these things you told me, we'll just put it in chat GPT. Okay, I think someone's mic is misbehaving or something is talking on the background. Let me just
Yeah.
make an attempt. Okay. Okay, can you just mute sound? Let me see whether it's yours. Okay, so that means it was yours. Okay. So what we're going to do is this. We need to position you. Your profile should be your foundation. Have a foundation page, right? Have a foundation page independent of you, but you can write lawyer, then you can write, we'll find the name, whether CHG registration expert or something. We're going to write it there. Then we're going to write founder Comfort Brown Foundation. So founder Comfort Brown Foundation. We're going to write all this for you so that now for LinkedIn, we're going to pay attention. We're going to be pushing. There's somebody here who registers. There was a lawyer as well. I think that was the first person I spoke to. I cannot remember now. That person will be your accountability partner. All right. Were you around from the beginning? Let me check my. I think it was in the other studio that the person came in.
Yes.
You were around from the beginning?
Chinazo. Ese.
Yes, yes, that's
Yes.
her name. Yes, that's her name. So we're going to find her. You're going to find her in the group. Both of you can partner. We'll come up with something in that direction so that you start pushing. You need to earn lots of money. We can, there's something I'll do for both of you, right? Thank God you're a gold member. So both of you can work on something when we start our community building so that you can start earning money quick as a hot. But then, other than that, I think we can settle that already. So, your assignment for the next 24 hours is to have a Comfort Brown page and start building. You can invite all of us here to come and follow the page. On LinkedIn, you can invite 100 persons per week. So, if you put it in your heart that you really want it to grow, your page to grow, you will do targeted invitation. You will not just spread your invitations anyhow. You do targeted invitations. Like now, if all of us follow your page, you should have that something already. Just make sure you build it. You can't host an event on it except you get to 200 or so. Yes, except you get to 200 or so. No, you can't. No, it's true. No, You can host even from your few numbers. So I will tell you what both of you can do if you want to build that particular. Like I will still say, personal branding is always sweeter because people will trust you first. The comfort. So in while you're talking about registrations and all that, time to time you're going to share your passion. So your newsletter will also be Comfort Brown Foundation. So two things tomorrow you're going to give me in the next 24 hours. Comfort Brown Foundation newsletter, Comfort Brown Foundation page. Or you can, if you want to get make your newsletter more attractive, you can write a name of what you do. Maybe something that your passion. Let's say um you're passionate about um SDG. What particular SDG is your what you do found under? You can just Google around it and just write a name in that direction, or just something super catchy so that people can just know that they can relate. Because again, that's what I'm why I had to rethink. Because if you write Comfort Brown, they'll say Comfort Brown Foundation for what? Okay, so foundation can be anything. So you might want to have a name that people will know that okay, when they are clicking to subscribe, they know what they are going to be getting. So you're going to be educating them around your NGOs. When your outreach is occur, you write a newsletter. When you're about to have another outreach, you're going to write a newsletter. Like I said, the advantage of the newsletter is to enter your okay, yes. So see Chinazo, she said she's the one. So please, Chinazo and comfort. So it's C to C. So people should be doing your CAC, C and C. So people can be doing in that direction while you build on your thought leadership as regards your passion. And I think both of you have individual thought leadership ideations. So okay, I'm gonna move from here so that I'll just take the last person and then we'll close for the night. Okay, so Ma'am Neddy, you're the next person. Thank you so much, Comfort. I look forward to collecting my assignment. Your own is very easy, so I need them tomorrow. Okay, awesome. So,
Okay.
oh,
Thank you.
okay.
Ma,
Can you
please,
hear
can
me?
I?
Yes, please go ahead. It's your who did somebody say they wanted to ask question?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, prudence. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is asking question?
It's prudence, ma, prudence.
Okay, go ahead and ask, please.
I was going to ask, since you've actually given my accountability partner to someone else, so I was wondering, who am
Okay,
I
who is that?
now supposed
Who is that? Who was your
suppose
accountability?
the lady that just spoke now, ma?
Okay, how did you? Okay, because of parenting.
Yes, ma.
Okay, so what I will do is I'll give you I'll give you a virtual assistant. You know what I'm doing? I'm partnering in the direction of the earning. Do you understand? Because that's where people need to start making money from now.
Okay, ma.
But do you understand now? So that it's not just
Yes,
shared passion. Yes. So of course, when it comes to your thought leadership, we can find a way around it. Maybe life events and all that. Thank God we all just know ourselves. That's why I was saying, please let that list be built in the group so that all of us can connect with everybody. All of us can turn on our notifications for everybody so that we can all know ourselves. And then when we need to bring people on board, we can get us on board as well. Okay, so let's go. Ma'am
okay, ma.
Neddy. Mm,
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Good evening. Good morning. It's morning already in my country.
my
It's past.
goodness.
Yeah, 1 past 36
My
a.m.
goodness.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much, Dr. Vivian, for having us and for having me. I'm super super happy. I've been following you for the longest time, and I've seen your work. So I don't know if you allow me first to add on something on the people they was they say their niche is parenting and also comfort was an NGO. I think also it's necessary for them to have a website. Like for comfort, she can have a website where she can collect grants.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
yeah, and for I don't know, it was Prudence and who they can also monetize their website through AdSense. Uh,
Awesome.
if they understand SEO, yeah. So to me, I have very many skills. I can't say very many skills, but it's like this person who have skill, and I'm a digital marketer. I do SEO and websites. I've had 3 or 4 clients, yes, and I feel I have had local clients, and they pay me. I feel it's very less. It's not what I want. Looking for high-end clients. So for that, I have an SEO client right now, one client, and I'm currently doing UI UX design.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would like to be a tech woman. I'm doing software engineering. I don't know. I just sometimes I feel I'm confusing myself. I don't know. I'm doing software engineering, project management. I have a YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Yesterday I have only 2 videos, and I think it's only one which is performing. I have 400 views. And what I really struggle with is consistency. That
Hmm.
is where my real problem is. Sometimes I set the stream yard, want to shoot, but in the middle, I just shut it and go. I don't know. I have that syndrome. I don't know how to fight it, but I'll try. Now that's why I came here so that we can push me. And I was maybe the reason why I'm here is I wanted to have someone who will push me to make. I feel I have this. I have potentiality of making 6 or 7 figure, but I'm limiting myself. On that, also, I'm trying to launch my course. I'm an ambassador for women and girls. I'm a mom, and as a mom, I've experienced first-hand difficulties where women struggle to make end meets, or they struggle to have money themselves. You find that many women don't understand digital skills. So I'm trying to have company, or my I launch a courses where also I'm trying to look for I don't know if it will be an NGO or educational something where I get grants so that I can help these women. So
Amazing.
yeah, so that is my long term goal. So right now I'm looking for something quick to help me so that I can push along the way. Thank you so much, Dr. Fibia.
Awesome. So being a website, now that's your niche is very lucrative because there are very few persons
Yeah.
um who have websites, including me. I don't even have for Phoenix Kids, and there are lots of persons like what you were saying
All of
now.
you, yeah.
I say all of you,
Mm.
so you can see that your clients are all over the world. So part of things is
Yes.
let me see what you have been writing so far for yourself, because there is, yeah, you need to optimize your profile. We're going to start with that. Your photos, you need a professional shoot first of all, but
Okay.
because somebody who did the this thing for you, the fly the
Oh no,
your
it's
banner.
me, myself.
I
Myself.
know, I know. It's lovely because it's something that is really lovely, but you didn't really pay attention to the dimensions for phone. You just maybe you
Okay.
paid attention to the dimensions for laptop. So on your laptop, it might show completely and full, but on your
Okay.
phone, it will show,
Mm.
because you have to be a very aesthetics person as regards the fact that UI, UX, digital marketer. So how has been
Mm-hmm.
your, give me results of your digital marketing skills, because you are hot kiko. If you know how people are looking, I have friends every single day who would ask me, oh, they want to run this course. They need somebody who will market. So, what have you done so far? Give me results for your digital marketing skills. Because everything you have here, money, 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 money is all around you. Literally, money is all
Yes,
around you,
yes,
Nedi.
yes.
So just give me, tell me. You need to
Mm,
play around with a lot of carousels, yes. You need to, and you need to position yourself to be available. Your niche is, you should. There's a concept. I think the first time I heard someone describe it was Dr. Amaka. The concept of literally going to on LinkedIn, and you see, as you're entering LinkedIn, We talk about Phoenix Kids. You open your door like this and you sit down. You even sweep, 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 sweep. You just sit down, just be looking for people. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And all your posts must be indicative of
Mm-hmm.
you trying, not just trying to educate, but results. So I will just ask you again, give me your results of what you have done so far.
Okay,
Okay, so
for website, sorry.
yes, yes, go ahead, please.
Okay, I've done
Digital
for
marketing,
digital
digital,
marketing is
tell me
wide.
your campaigns. Give me your campaigns. Like
No,
what
I've done
did,
digital marketing is very wide. So that is campaigns
what's your
I've not done.
niche?
It's SEO, social
Okay.
search engine optimization.
For websites or for what?
Yes,
Websites is
yes, 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 for websites. So
okay.
I've not done campaigns. Campaigns, I think it's for Facebook, Facebook ads or what, I don't know. But I've done
Yes, yes.
search engine optimization and websites. So maybe that is where I limited my skills. And for search engine optimization, I've done 3 websites and I've seen results and from Google Analytics. So maybe I'll have to write down, but
Yes.
but it should. I've not done campaigns.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to ask you to do. Um so that 10 skills, I know you joined a bit. Were you late? I added you earlier. Okay, but let me just not. I would want a portfolio from you. That's the first thing I would want.
Okay.
Evidences, pictures, portfolio just from beginning. Once you go on Canva, so I'm hoping that everybody who is here who is also requiring portfolio, once you go to Canva and you type portfolio, you see samples. You can as well just thank God you're already pro designing,
I
so
have one.
you
No,
can.
I have
You said
one, but I have one, but it was for a virtual assistant before. I have not edited, but I'll edit.
please edit and
I have a portfolio.
build it
Yeah.
for exactly what you wrote here, since you're looking at
Yes.
high clients. And when you're
Yes.
building it, please metrics. When can I get the results? Metrics, metrics, metrics. So what you
Mm,
need now for this, your for your profile, your banner and your profile photo, you need just go for an official photo shoot. I mean,
okay.
makeup and all. Just be very aesthetics, because that's your niche. Your niche requires like, I don't know how to explain it now. For you to be aesthetics and what's
Something
the word?
good.
That
Yeah.
yeah, and not just it's good. What you have here is good, but you want something. There's a word for it.
Extraordinary.
Something modern, something like makeup and all that. So just dress for it, and just do an
Okay.
official shoot. So that one, when can I get it from you?
Profile
Yes, a photo, professional
and
shot. You
banner.
cannot. Yes, not the banner itself. I want the
Um.
photo first, so that I don't put you under any undue pressure. I want the photo
Okay.
first.
Okay. Okay. Wednesday, please. Wednesday, so that tomorrow
Okay.
I go for. Yeah.
Okay, you go for the shoot professional. Please get a makeup artist, a professional one. Just anything that will make you look the what do they call it? This generation X, generation Z range. Just give that to yourself, because
Okay.
your niche is
Okay.
very aesthetics and they want it has youthfulness all around it. Digital marketing has
Okay.
youthfulness all around it. So that's what you want to portray in your brand image. That's what you want to portray,
Okay.
essentially.
Okay.
So so I love everything you're doing so far. So tomorrow we're going to do content creation. So all that will cover that up. So you're going to do a whole lot of carousels. Please, your results. Help me your portfolio, not for virtual assistant now. All the people you've worked with, screenshots,
Okay.
Google Analytics. If you have before, all the better. If you can screenshot now and see when you update the website or site or anything, how many website have you built so far? So you're going to be
Four.
documenting all that. Awesome. So you need to build more, really plenty. You need to build as many
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
as possible, so that
Okay.
we can get all that done. So I've given you just a few assignments. I'm hoping that I'll get that. So the first one in 24 hours is what you get. I'm okay. Photo shoot is for
24 hours
Wednesday.
from now.
Yes, so the first one, the
For
analytics,
Wednesday.
all the
Wednesday.
analytics.
Yes.
Okay, so give me all that as well. Thank you so much. Okay,
Tomorrow evening.
Okay,
And the
awesome.
StreamYard. I really
Okay,
struggle to set the StreamYard so that I can shoot.
okay, no, okay. You would need. Do you need help for that? Do
Yes,
you
ma.
need help for that? Okay, you need the help of how to set up.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay, no problem. So what we're going to do is when we fix, we'll show up at 6. We'll just do 1 hour tomorrow, everybody. I don't 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes. We'll do essentially. I'll just give you guys a full download of the course so that for the sake of documentation, I'm able to just teach at once and everybody just starts correcting themselves. I've been able to listen to you all so that when I'm also conversing, I'll be able to tailor the ideations to anybody. If there's any updates, I'll be able to give updates to everybody individually. So what we'll do is that we can meet earlier. So maybe I'll move the class to 7:30. So both of us can you can come into the studio at 7 o'clock or 7:15. I
Okay.
can just show you everything you need to show. I'll share you the screen and all that. And anybody who would want to learn how to set up the screen as well can be welcome to do that with her as well. So I think that's awesome. I think one person is left, Semba. So we've been
Okay,
able to
thank you,
do.
ma.
You're welcome. How you doing?
Good
I'm
night.
fine, Dr. Vivian. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. I would love to see your face. So I'm so sorry. Mine, I think.
Okay, just pardon me. My environment is not that bright at the moment. That's why I preferred I'll turn off the camera. But I don't know if you can see me a little bit.
It's perfect. It's perfect. I love it. It's okay.
Okay, all right. Good to be finally here with you.
Awesome. I'm also excited to be here with you as well. So
Thank
just let
you.
awesome. So you were able to do the assignment, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Awesome. So just let me know. Let's just hear you quickly. I want to make sure that we end at 12 on the dot so that
Okay, so where do I start from? Is it
okay. Yes, so what are you doing now so far? Like just let me know your your skills. What have you earned so far with? What are you looking at?
okay? All right, thank you very much. So before I answer that question, I think I'll just put a context to my answer to your question first before I'll move forward with the skill
Okay.
sets.
Awesome. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I started LinkedIn not because I was aware there was anything like personal branding. I was just there to look for leads because my kind of business, I deal with partnerships. I'm into talent acquisition and recruitment. So always on LinkedIn looking for clients, companies that want to recruit and all of that. So I was making use of LinkedIn Navigator to look for leads. So along the way, that was last year, towards the end of the year, that was when I came across a post somebody made on personal branding. I didn't know about personal branding before. And that kind of caught my attention, even though I didn't know how to start, but I just started writing anyway. Then I think few weeks into when I started, writing about what I do, I now saw Homa did a challenge. I decided to join it. And that was when my eyes were a little bit more open as regards personal branding to how it was before. Then I started, you know, following the journey of personal branding and all of that. But I had a confusion, or let me say conflict of interest along the way. Why? Because I was at a point where I wasn't able to distinguish what I
Okay, so I think your network, something has happened to Semba's network. Okay, so we'll give her a few minutes. I think we just have 9 minutes to the end. Please, everybody, make sure you sign the form. Ensure you sign the form because we're going to use it for official purposes. Let me still put it backstage for the people who are in house. Sign the attendance. We'll just give her a few minutes. If she doesn't come up, we'll just call it a night. So please, everybody who came on the call today, I'll be requiring my assignments. Semba, are you still here? Oh, Mrs. Adekumbi, no problem. I can just walk with you tomorrow. Let me still bring you up, but I think it's already super late because I know that I can do more. We can do more together. I've seen you already, but I think it's already super, super late. I want to also end at exactly 12 so that we can. So tomorrow I can work with you and a few others. Tomorrow's class, it will just be a didactic class. So it's a one-way class. So I'll literally just teach everything verbatim. So when we are done, we can just anybody who were not able to meet up with today's class, I probably can just give them 30 minutes extra so that we can just um take the people that were left out. I'll of course definitely you'll be the first. Thank you so much, Ma, for joining as well. Well done. Okay, so I think we'll just end the call. So I'll just have you and Temba tomorrow. And I really appreciate everybody and all the people on YouTube as well. I can see them. I thought that they would sleep off, but they're still on. Okay, so thank you so much for all coming out. I look please, this is now the time to put out your thinking caps. And like I said, execution. Don't let anybody make you feel like anything you're copying them or not copying them. All those things are not relevant. It's the person who executes that will stand out. You don't want to know. And one of the things I've also realized about the universe is that the same ideas that God can give you, He'll give it to another person. Anybody that does it first. So the fact that you said that this is what you want to do doesn't essentially mean that you own it until you start doing it. That's when people will know you about that particular thing. And that's what she was talking about in personal branding. So the more execution you have, the more personally branded you are. So that's where I'm going to end for the night. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining the call. I really, really appreciate you all and I celebrate you. So I'm going to be ending the stream in four,
Thank you.
three, two, one. Good night.
Good night.